face is glitched out, bro.
Bro, that's crazy.
Bro.
Your mom is glitched out. Bro.
My mom died like a few
Mom's
years.
glitched out on this dick.
What does that even mean?
It's like something
doesn't
someone.
mean anything, Ty. You just said words together.
If there was like a cyberbullying episode in like a '90s sitcom, that's the type of shit that they would say. They'd be like,
no, they
wouldn't.
wouldn't say this dick.
They would say like,
That's way
M-rated.
too modern for a 90s sitcom.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't even say something mature. It'd be like, I don't even know what it would be. It'd be like, you're glitched out in uncool. I don't know.
You're glitched out on my mom's cock, bro.
No, they'd just be like,
Yeah,
you're
mom's
just a
cock.
glitch.
You're just a glitch, bro. Yeah. Instead of son of a
Yeah.
bitch, it'd be son of a glitch.
Yeah, you dumb
Yeah, it'd be
glitch.
And then the villain from Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase comes out and electrodes their fucking balls off.
Guy always talks about Scooby-Doo Cyber every goddamn.
Yeah, he
episode.
goes, "Nice to meet you, boy."
No one's thought of that movie in 8 years, Brayden.
You
Yeah.
fucking shut up. It's the best. It's just so good.
Nobody fucking cares. They
Somebody
get cloned
cares.
in that movie. I'm good.
Playing with your penises over there.
If my penis is out, that means I'm ready. That means
That's
I'm
why
ready.
his penis is always out.
I'm always ready. I have restraining order on everyone. That's why they call me the mole man. I have moles. I'm covered in moles. I live with moles. I only have one mole. All right, one between the tits,
Okay, we
Nobody
don't need to
asked-
see that.
Nobody asked to see that.
and then one up here.
That's not one then. That's two.
I said I had two.
I forgot.
I've got one mole. I've got one ball. The two
This
attached to my-
one and this one.
You know what? We're not all made equal. We're not all scientific geniuses, okay? Little B, big B, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't like that you name it.
Well, someone's got to name them.
No,
does that
someone
mean?
doesn't.
Someone's got to keep them in check. When the
You-
going gets rough, the big ones party.
You joined this podcast and within 2 minutes have said the most insane shit that no one would have ever fucking said.
God.
Or any
Look,
context.
I'm in a heavenly mood this week. I'll tell you that. I'm in
Me
the best.
too.
I'm in the
Me
best
too.
of moods.
This
I've
is
got
our,
good
this
things
is
to talk
our
about.
I was
is
so
our-
hoping that there wasn't going to be a lot of news this week so that I could make it literally all... I could hijack this episode about the John Walker figure, but I can't.
I mean, you can. It's just gonna be like 5 hours long.
Yeah.
So I was driving home from work, and I drove to Target across the street, and I was in the area where you pull into the parking lot, and I had to stop because the people were crossing, and there was a mom and her son. Whoa! And the son was dressed in a Sonic sweatshirt with a Sonic hood. What the fuck? Shut up!
Does she have a ring on that finger? Was she
Oh my
single?
What? Why does son wearing Sonic outfits make you want to marry her? I don't understand how those two things connect.
wanna know
to
if she's
She's
single.
raising that boy right.
Yeah.
And I motioned them to go by, like a good Samaritan, and then the kid revved up and ran across like Sonic, and the mom had to chase him. And it was very sweet, and it made me happy because anytime
Awesome.
I see a little guy who is idolizing like a hero or something, instead of talking about Fortnite V-Bucks, it makes me happy.
No, that's sweet. It's like the kids holding up the Supersonic and Super Shadow.
It was. God, that was the most beautiful,
That was
magical moment.
Beautiful, magical moment you're never gonna be able to. You should have really just knocked that kid out.
You should have ran that kid the fuck over.
You're a horrible person.
You should have got out of the car and just bare knuckle box him.
You're a,
Oh, wow.
you're not a good person.
Someone's
Here's
got to
the-
do it.
You know what?
No! We're saying that like it justifies any of the batshit things
Shut the
you
fuck
say.
up, you
Let me
psychopath.
tell you, Red.
Couldn't
let me tell
be
you, Red.
Mario. Ain't
can't
Mario
let
getting
someone
that
have-
kind of love ever.
Let me tell you, Red. Someone's got to fucking do it. Someone's got. Someone's
I'll
got
do it again. I liked it.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, I loved it. Don't give me none of that candy ass pussy hero shit. Oh.
Shut up. Oh, fuck. Welcome to the All Things Geek Podcast. My name is Tyler, also known as Brian Casai, joined by the lunatic, with his name starts with a B.
The Braden, or also known as Renzolian.
Yeah, huh. And this guy.
Thatch, also known as Thatch.
You pointed at Thatch on my screen, so I was confused with who you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording. I'm the only one that matters.
I am the one to record thing. It's true.
We got a busier episode than I was anticipating this week.
Mm-hmm.
What a crazy news week.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're recording for the next 4 hours.
A lot of news.
So get ready.
A lot of news, a lot of toys. B, you got some stuff. Right?
Finally, I've been waiting so long. I dressed up as this guy for Halloween last year. Finally, I got the Invisible Man in the pajamas. I've been waiting forever. They said he was going to come out in December, and it's goddamn April. So, wait, March. What month is it? It's April, right?
It's April.
Yeah. It's goddamn April. So finally, and this is the pajama one, not the stupid freaking other one. This is the only look for the Invisible. I don't know. I went to the Universal Monsters thing at Halloween Horror Nights, and they had the Invisible Man in the pajamas, like jumping out at you. You know, like this is why would you ever make any look that is not the pajamas? It makes no sense. Anyway, I got it. So he looks just like the best thing about Invisible Man figures is they always have incredible accessories because of his gimmick. So yeah, very very cool.
Hell yeah! What you got, B?
I will show you. So. First things first, on Saturday, I went to Walmart, and I was looking to buy something, because I'm evil. I didn't buy much.
Evil.
I'm an evil bastard. The only thing of interest that I found has been sitting back here since Saturday, unopened until today. That being the Minecraft Creeper. Now, I'm gonna show you something kind of crazy about this figure.
Not Steve?
They didn't have any Steves. They had no Steves.
I saw Steve at the store at Walmart the other day, and I was like, "Do I hate myself enough to buy them?"
I probably would have gotten Steve and Creeper had they had both. Okay, so this surprised me. This is a Mattel figure, right? And I basically just expected like simple like this. No. It's got the opposite of a drop down, a pull up head joint. So you can get more fucking articulation out of that.
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
It's shocked me. I was not expecting the articulation to be this good. Also, the legs pretty crazy. You can get some fucking weird ass poses with these legs. You can just for like a $15 figure, this thing's a blast.
The legs are like this. How far out can they go?
So it's kind of hard to tell. I think. They're set up in a very weird way. They don't seem to want to come out very far. That seems to be the farthest they want to go out, which is very strange. Unless I bend them. Let's see here. I mean, again, you can do like that if you really want to. But yeah, they don't seem to want to actually go that far forward. They seem to want to push in more than anything. So they can push, like they can go together.
You got his body the wrong way, right?
His body is the wrong way?
Yeah, his head face.
Their legs go forward.
Yeah. Haven't you been playing Minecraft like every day for the last 2 months?
Haven't you grown up on Minecraft?
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because in the packaging they put it the other way.
Okay. It was fooling me. It was fooling me. I mean, even then, the range isn't very good. You can basically only get out like that far. So
that's cool though.
He can't. Yeah, I mean, look, he's a great. I can't believe I didn't even realize that. I'm a fool now. Look, he's the damn creeper. He's the damn creeper. He's cool.
Yeah. He's an MCU creeper.
He is an MCU creeper. He's a little small for like. Well, I don't know. These guys are pretty big in the game. If you're saying Steve's like 6 feet tall or whatever, then he's definitely
a Legends or like a Luffy or something.
I do have a Legends.
They're definitely not in scale with 6-inch figures.
Hell no, they're not in scale at all. But
I don't know. That works for me. I like that. I don't need them to be huge.
The size of a man.
I don't need them to be that huge.
Ty rushes out to Target immediately, buys 1,500 creeper figures.
I do wish that the Steve was a 6-inch figure because I want a Jack Blackhead.
I think Steve is like smaller than, or like probably not smaller, but like around. Yeah, he's tiny. Because they do that, it's annoying. The second thing I got this week, I already showed it, so I might as well talk about it.
Real quick. I'm seeing that movie tomorrow, and I was thinking about how weird it is that because Steve is a live-action man from the real world, but then there's zombies in the Minecraft world, I'm really concerned why they both have teal shirts and what the significance of that is. That makes no sense at all to me.
There's dark implications for that.
There's not. There is the other way. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
There's dark implications. I already showed this off, so I might as well talk about this. This has been my custom endeavor this week because I randomly got an urge to do Playday stuff. This is the Malice progress so far. So I got the footsies on pretty easily, no problem. She's got her footsies out. Uh, and then the gloves were a bit of an interesting process. So the Black Knight figure that I got is like super old and outdated. So I heated up the right arm and it basically just popped out. Just a little bit of tugging, it just slipped right off that arm. I guess it wasn't glued on very well. The other arm was not. It was on there very tightly. So I was doing everything. I like was pulling on the arm. The actual gumminess of the arm was starting to stretch, so it started looking like a fucking Luffy arm. I should have taken a picture. It was disgusting because it's that shitty Bucky Cap arm, so it's just like extending. It's foul. And in the end, I just couldn't get it off, and it ended up tearing because of how far. So the entire seam line there has been completely ripped. So this one does not sit on very well. I'm wondering if I can glue it or something. It's not gonna fall off. It's honestly not gonna fall off. This one again is on like perfectly. The gloves are actually probably a bit too big for Malice. Looking at photos of her, but again, it's probably the best I'm going to get without doing anything specific. I mean,
you Dremeled them out so that they could fit over her wrists, right?
I did not Dremel them out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, they actually the Bucky Cap arms are really skinny. Not the Bucky Cap arms, but the arm that it was an overlay on these Black Knight arms.
Gotcha.
So they were super skinny.
What I would do is I would take it off, glue it back together, and then heat it up with not like hot water, but maybe a hair dryer, get it soft, and then just sort of form it back over the forearm.
Okay, interesting. All right, sure.
Just gently so you don't rip the glue.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but it's coming along pretty well. I really want to see. I'm waiting for Metaverse to drop that torso because I'm waiting for that at this point. And then, I mean, I can see the vision already. It's already starting to come together, so that makes me happy. And then last but not least was something I wasn't expecting to get this early. Was a very nice gift from our dearly departed friend Aiden Carmen here. Not actually dead. He's couldn't be on this episode.
He's no longer.
He's no longer with us. He got me the Jack specific 4-inch Fang here. He's huge, obviously, because the 4-inch figures are massive. The classic 4-inch figures are gigantic. But I wanted the bigger one anyways. Also, the smaller one was more expensive for some reason. So there's that. He's a lot of fun. I wish he came with a gun or something, just so he can have something to hold. Yeah. He's great. And then Aiden sent a very nice little letter, and he drew Fang. I'm going to send that here so you guys can see that. It was very sweet. He was much more wholesome than I was expecting. But he always is. He is a very sweet boy. He always blames himself, too. He's like, I'm sorry I didn't get this out. I wanted to get this out sooner. I'm like, don't worry about it, dude. You're fine. So there's that. He also comes with a wanted poster of himself, which is kind of funny. So that's definitely
Nice.
This is gonna be used for a very specific video project. Hopefully you'll see something from that soon. So he fits in right in with those goons. So perfect. One of my one of the most underrated Sonic characters ever.
Underused as well.
Yes, very underused. He was in a game, but nobody cared about it.
Yeah. All right, my turn.
What do you got? Yeah, what do you got?
Well, I got some video games.
Resident
Evil 2, Resident
PS4.
Evil 3, Resident Evil 4. Got those. Very excited. I've been playing Resident Evil 4. And,
Holy shit!
well, I've already played these two. I just wanted to own them.
Gotcha.
But I've been playing Resident Evil 4, and I'm having the time of my life. It's so good.
Did you start with 4, or did you start on 2?
I started on 2. But I've
so you're
played it before. So I just wanted to own it physically.
Well, I thought you were doing a marathon or something.
No. I'll go back to them, but I've already played them.
Gotcha.
Not too long ago.
Gotcha. 10 4.
And then I got some figgies. I got
Figgies?
Erectro.
Oh, yeah.
From No Way Home.
Erecto. Yeah.
Erecto.
Hey, the recto.
He's all right. You know, he's a little fucky in terms of how they designed the tubes and everything. Bit of a mess, but you know, he's fun. He'll go on the shelf, and then I'll probably never touch him again. Oscar, what are you doing, you psychopath?
It's getting crazy.
I also got some Mega Man fodder for some customs. I got 2 of this man, Greeny, and
Greeno.
1 of Elec Man. I already took them apart though, so I can't show them here.
Are you sure what you've been working on this week, though, Ty?
No, I'm not going to show it right now.
Damn.
It's not
Okay.
ready yet. I got some of Robo's own Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clear matte. And I started using that. Gave Spidey a matte coat, and it's alright. I don't know how to use matte spray so far. I'm learning. It's new.
Are you spraying outside?
Yes, I sprayed outside.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I thought that was you for a second.
He looks like he ate something really sour.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, the way it was so close to the camera, I thought you, like, put on a mask for a second. I was like, Jesus.
I do have a mask of him, so.
He does.
Yeah.
Good.
You're problematic.
Your problem.
Was that it, Ty?
Alright. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I want to point out something really quick, too. I forgot to mention with Creeper, he has freaking accessories. I forgot to mention. Yeah, he came with epic Marvel Legends accessory. Diamond, I guess.
Wow.
It's got like a little texture on it. It's kind of cool. It looks more like water. And then it comes with, of course, the legendary, the carpet monster fodder, so small I can barely even hold it. Shit. Flint and steel. So
Why the hell in God's green earth did he not come with gunpowder?
He should have. I agree. That's a missed opportunity. Also, I'm probably going to see the movie next week, too. I was going to see it yesterday, but I just had no desire to go out to the movie theater to see. All the show times were, like, past 5. I'm like, I'm not going out past 5 to see this shit.
That's what happens when you see it early at Thursdays. When it's a Friday
I'm going to see the movie next week, and we can talk about it next week.
Why are you seeing it this weekend?
Because I got work.
Whoa.
Whoa. Did you find a ghoul? What happened?
I did. It's right here.
Did you see a ghoul?
Ooh.
That is freaking... That's fucked. I hate that. I hate everything about that.
All right. Now we can hear about some Lego Nintendo news.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so...
Or I guess not news, but rumors or something like that. Leaks.
This is a rumor, but these are the rumors that are always true. So...
These are always right. Yeah.
But usually they're true. It's
Yeah.
one of those rumors.
It's not like guy posting Lego Bionicle 2025 and just nothing fucking happens.
Yeah, no, this is... No, it's still coming, bro. It's still 2025, bro. It's still...
Fuck off.
I didn't save the photo.
I have it.
Can you send it? Okay.
Yep. I mean, I have... Can you crop this, though, Ty? Because I literally just grabbed the screenshot, and it's kind of lazy. But there you go.
I just want to see the info again. Forgot what the price was.
Yeah.
So, it's official.
Oh, there is no price.
We talked about this. Literally last podcast when they announced Lego Pokemon. So it's kind of cool that this comes out now. We literally said Ty actually, my son actually said they're probably gonna do another Lego Zelda set. And sure enough, here he is. They've proved he has a big dick, and he's always right. So, speaking of Tyler's big dick, I think Tyler mentioned.
Where are you going with this?
Speaking of my swollen cock.
I think Tyler in chat speculated what. So first of all, Lego New Legend of Zelda D2C 18+, right? So it's rather large, like Tyler's comment.
The aforementioned ween, as we've previously established, is just titanically large.
You see his head growing as I talk. Anyway, anyway, 18+. Tyler mentioned the theory that it's probably a Temple of Time, and I completely agree with him for all the reasons he said. Because last time they did an ocarina tree that could be turned into a Breath of the Wild tree, and the Temple of Time can be both of those things as well. You know, the Breath of the Wild one is gonna look like you kicked it. It's gonna look like
Oh yeah.
a Lego
Holy
set.
shit.
But I imagine, and you're right, Hyrule Castle is just too big to do like this for now. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know. Maybe they'll do like a Lego Harry Potter thing where it's several minis that combine. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
could possibly.
Or they could.
But-
I mean, maybe they could do something like the Peach's Castle set, but
Yes, something like that. But either way, this is great news, and I think it will be the Temple Time. I have the Deku Tree. It was like the best Lego set of that year, and I think it'll be great. And it's also kind of cool. I think it's like the first Lego like. The Temple of Time is not a chapel, but it pretty much looks like a chapel. So if you wanted to put a church in your Lego city,
I mean, you go there to pray to God, so I mean,
you could modify.
no,
That's
you
going to be
pray-
hilarious.
You pray to the goddesses.
You're going to see Bricklink like or how to modify into a Jewish church, a
how to
Lutheran.
modify into real full tutorial.
But I loved it. I actually would have loved the temple. I like the Deku Tree, but the Temple Time is actually the one I wanted the most because you walk into the Temple Time in Ocarina and it is like it's crazy. I mean, they play that music. You feel like you need to slow down and be respectful because of how like
You feel like
and
you're
then
on
also-
holy ground.
Exactly. So I think it would be great. Minifigure potential. I think it's a little tough, but Sheik is probably guaranteed because of Sheik shows up there in Ocarina of Time quite frequently once Sheik exists. I would also love a Ocarina Princess Zelda, like a classic Zelda. I don't know if that will happen or not, but a Sheik would be cool. And then I think this is a way to get away with. It wouldn't necessarily be perfectly accurate, but you could get away with including a Ganondorf on his horse from Ocarina as well. From that iconic scene.
Yeah.
Where
I was gonna say, do you think they would do a buildable Ganon, like just like a big ass Ganon? That'd be
No,
cool.
That would add a
There's
lot
no-
to the set. And he
There's
doesn't
no,
show
like-
there.
Yeah, there's
That's
no
fair.
like boss battle of him in there like that.
No, I know.
Yeah. But
But
I could
I think
see
that
like
the whole-
Ganon on his horse and then like Impa and young Zelda.
Yeah, I actually think maybe they'll do young Zelda and Sheik as the adult version and not an adult Zelda. I could see, because they have young Link and adult Link, I could see them being pairs. And then for then for Breath of the Wild, you could include
man.
like, the ghost of the king of
King
Hyrule, I
Rome.
guess.
That'd be cool.
But I think it would probably mostly just be Link. Maybe it could be a shirtless Link from the beginning of the game. That'd be kind of fun. When he's running around without any clothes on.
Yeah, that'd
but-
be
That'd
cute.
be dope.
But this is dope, and this is gonna look if it is the Temple of Time, because it could end up being something else. But if it is, it'll look awesome on a shelf. And also, for the love of God, make it be enclosed in like a enclosed full Temple of Time. So
Maybe if you don't want to include the king, you could do like a bokoblin or something. That'd be fun.
yeah, you could probably get away with that. Yeah.
That'd be peak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy about this, and I'm excited, and I really hope it's the Temple of Time. Like I am. I mean, I'll be happy with anything, but if it's a
I
Temple
mean,
of
yeah.
Time,
What else would it really be? Aside from a downsized Hyrule Castle, which
Yeah,
it would
For a
be very
DC
downsized.
set, yeah.
So
There's not a lot of set pieces that I could imagine they could capture like that.
yeah, they
Dragon
gotta-
Roost
they gotta start
Island.
doing smaller price points.
Yeah.
I guess
if
in
this-
this there's no price. Theoretically, I don't think this is true, but because there's no price, you could make the argument it could be like an $800 Zelda castle, but
Probably,
I don't
probably
think
won't be.
that's gonna happen.
That's pretty unprecedented.
I mean, it'll
for
probably be $800 anyway, thanks to
Thanks to
Yeah.
the shit.
evil.
We'll get there. We'll get there. There's updates about the Nintendo stuff later, so.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
cool
yeah.
shit.
I apologize if it's not the Temple of Time and I got your hopes up.
It's okay. I would have gotten my hopes up either way, Ty.
Link's buildable. It's
Yeah.
a buildable master sword, is what it is.
Link's buildable cock.
It's not as big as Ty's though, of course.
No. It's actually quite minuscule in comparison.
Yeah. it's only- yeah.
we got an early leak, or early look. It's kind of a leak of
It's a
some
leak.
McFarlane DCU Superman figures. We got Superman and Lex Luthor, and they both have little friends. We got
Baby
Crypto and the baby Kaiju.
I just realized that picture. Did you like do something to the photo? Did you enhance them or
I
something?
tried to. I don't know if it's.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know because they look fucking creepy the way you
Yeah, it
digitally.
got a little fucked
It
up.
backfired.
I wasn't sure if you had done that or if the original photo was like AI. That's what I was trying to figure out. So it's good to know that you did that.
I mean, the photo's super fucking low quality.
Oh yeah, because they're far away. They're on like a
It
deck.
was with a bunch of Superman merch, and you zoomed in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you guys got
Yeah, it
four
looks like-
fucking heads.
yeah, it looks like Soup's got 4 heads. Lex's 3. So that's fun.
I think
So
they're
I'm-
face plates.
yeah, are those heads or face plates?
I think they're
Okay.
face plates. 'Cause I think that's what DC Multiverse has been doing lately. They've been doing weird face plates now.
I don't like that.
It's creepy. They have like actual like
Yeah,
scary
but
skull. On them.
Lex is bald, so he's definitely got just full heads.
Yeah, I think that's also why he's only got 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the fact that they're called deluxe theatrical edition, they have a million accessories, tells me that they're going to be like $32.
Oh, they're gonna be really expensive.
Oh
yeah,
absolutely.
because they love doing that.
It's hard to buy these knowing that there's going to be different ones that are 6-inch scale in a year.
Well, they've already they said that they're doing figures for this movie, and then they said they're doing it for Supergirl too, I believe. So, and then done after that. Yeah. So
Probably.
it's interesting.
If I like the movie, maybe I'll get the Superman. But if I don't, I probably won't.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting. There was also a clip that came out, but I don't think any of us watched that.
I watched it.
Oh.
It was fine.
I saw
fine.
one thing, and everyone was like, "This doesn't make any fucking sense," and they just weren't using their brain to think about things.
The best part was that the dog like runs up to him to catch him, and then like a dog does like he's like in pain and dying, and then like a dog does just starts jumping on him and poking him and shit. He just starts screaming
Beating the shit out of him because he's a super dog. He's kicking the actual shit out of him.
That was very funny. But and it looks gorgeous. The effects look freaking awesome. They look really good. Like
Nice.
the dog is fully CG, and the animation on it looks like like a naturalistic real dog. Like I'm so impressed. Like the way it moves. I mean, anyway, not to sidetrack.
I'll have to watch it after. Yellow Park put out some pictures of their AMK series Torn, which I'm personally excited about. Lay's not here, so he can't really talk about it. I just wanted to show it real quick because he's very cool and I'm very excited.
This is like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
What's
it.
it like? What's it like?
This is like
Speak,
if
coward.
a guy. This is like if there was a guy in this world who came out and just had like a mask of a Hitler like swastika logo on his face.
What are you saying, bro?
His face is the Decepticon logo. That's all
How?
I'm saying.
What?
Yeah, but the logo is a face. It's not a fucking swastika.
Yeah, but it's a hate logo. It's a hate crime.
Okay.
Editor, can you
Moving on.
replace that and make
No,
it sound
just
nicer?
shut up.
How
Just
is-
shut up.
Dude, you
Shut
are sniffing fucking something. You're off the deep end
Editor,
today.
make me smile, please.
No.
For the first
No,
time
it's
in
making me
years.
smile, but Jesus,
Editor,
weekend.
linger on that face and know that he is a hateful man.
I will eat my neighbors. You know what? I'm ready. I'll eat my neighbors. I'll eat your ass. I will. The point is, I will eat your ass. I'll do it.
Editor, please don't do that.
Moving on, Big Bad Workshop put out some figgies for early early renders, pre-orders, what have you. The Tick is getting an action figure in 2025, and then also a Rocketeer toy line.
What is the Tick? You gotta tell
It's
me
an
this.
old cartoon and comic
Okay.
book.
It's like if you were a superhero.
You no, because he's way too buff.
Well, yeah, but equivalent intelligence, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. He would say some shit like that. His catchphrase is
Are these guys from the comics or are these guys from the movie?
These are comics.
yeah,
Okay, I was gonna say these are way too cool.
Anytime
I
you
would
see
have
the purple
Look at them.
jetpack.
Look at them shoulder pads.
Oh yeah.
I know. I really want to get excited for this guy, but I'm so nervous those shoulder pads are going to kill the figure. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
I think these are just
Yeah, I
renders
mean-
right now, but yeah, I hope the shoulder pads don't suck.
Interesting. Those legs do look very similar to the loose collector ones.
I think overall the loose collector one still looks better, I would say. But it
Oh,
is
yeah.
just-
Yeah.
The loose
But then you
collector
get
one is
Shadow the Hedgehog Rocketeer.
Black
aka
Phantom.
The Black Phantom.
He
And
looks
it's
kind of
also-
sick.
It's just a Hero Factory character.
You're right. It is. But he's not as cool because he's not have cool acid.
He's not as
knife
cool. He
and-
doesn't have a little spider.
He's got no mace. Yeah, this is a worse
Yeah.
character.
This is objectively worse. This is just edgy Astro. That's all it is.
Yeah, the Onslaught Troopers are cool.
They're pretty cool. I like them.
Yeah,
They're,
I like these guys. They're neat.
They give me like COD Zombies vibes.
You know, I've never seen much from the Rocketeer world.
I'm about to make a really. I actually saw this puppet. They look like the main character from the Mad God. It looks like the main character from Mad God. His name is I forgot his name. He's going through whatever. No one cares, but he looks like that. He's
Okay.
cool. He's really cool. Anyway.
You heard it here first.
Great, that's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Brendan,
What?
please don't say anything more
time.
hateful and controversial. Talk about plunder frogs.
So they look kind of like Nazis.
You fucker.
Brayden, shut the fuck
You
up!
were so
Whoa!
Nazi obsessed this week. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I just did that for the meme. Calm down.
You've said it like 5 times this week.
I've said it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of edgy stuff lately.
Oh, God.
Let's talk about something nice in the world, okay? So these guys have been really tiny little droplets every once in a while of this thing. So last year we first saw the mount, all right? So the mount, cool. Then we saw this little green frog guy, green and purple frog guy. There was some debate whether or not that was a frog at the time, I remember, but it has been since proven that it is a frog. Then we got the birds at Toy Fair. It was Toy Fair, right? Or was it something else? Was it Comic-Con? I don't remember.
Toy Fair.
Okay, Toy Fair. Cool. And now we got this. This is the very first. This is a step in the right direction. We'll say that. This is from Toy Collector Magazine, basically confirming that we got frogs in this crap. We got some frogs. They're frogs now. We got birds and frogs and maybe mounts, although they've been kind of on the down low about the mounts. We haven't heard anything from them in a while, which does lead me to. So I can only assume that what this is, because this is interesting. The Plunder Longs and the Strongs were the same campaign, but they were kind of like separate in a way. I assume that's going to be the same deal here, where the frogs and the birds are, part of the same campaign, but they're just like, if you want frogs, you can get frogs. If you want birds, you can get birds. Interesting. Very interesting. I gotta say, I absolutely love what I'm seeing for these frog guys. Their faces are so freaking cute. Like, the one guy soy facing on the front cover going, it's just so, his like blue tongue sticking, it's just so,
He's just happy, bro.
he's happy, but he's a soy lord.
You have been
Interesting.
watching brain rot Nazi content.
Interestingly enough, they all have masks, which is interesting. I wonder that's all about. Is that they're like, do they need those?
I would say more interesting is that they all have 4 arms.
That is interesting.
Frogs
But they've all
don't
got
have
these.
that.
Depends on what side of the world you're in.
No, they just objectively don't have that.
It does not
Depends
depend
on-
On
depends
any
how
side of the
mutated they are.
fucking world.
Depends how mutated they are. Look at them. They're so cute. I love them. Also, we're getting Kickstarter this summer, which is awesome, but not awesome for my wallet. You guys suck.
Especially because
Save
the
up.
prices are
Start
probably
saving
going
up.
to be higher.
Worst? Yep. Probably $50 for one of these frog guys. It's gonna kill me.
Start saving up.
There's nothing to save. There's no money left. The wells ran dry.
Well, prices might not be higher for you.
Oh, that's well, no, it will be.
But well, yeah, because yeah.
It's yeah. We're the problem here, Ty. We're the
No.
main problem.
We're the problem.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are the problem.
You just have to. It has to go through us to get to you. That's why.
We're taking the brunt of it for whatever reason. We're the most innocent, nice guys, and well, apparently not, based on how this episode's been going. But
maybe you deserve it.
I guess so. He was right all along. No, this is really sick though. I don't have much else to say. It's super. It's super exciting. The frogs look so fun, and I really hope the mounts are a part of this too, because I gotta see those lizards. I gotta see them again because they're so cool.
The one with the mask on. Or no, I guess maybe they all do. I think they all have weird like tadpole heads.
Yeah, they do.
Tadpole heads?
Yeah, look at the back of the guy.
They've got like a frilled tail on the back of their head.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're right. What the hell?
Yep.
You know what's kind of
crazy.
cool? Hold on. You know what's kind of cool about that?
Oh.
If they wanted to make like a plunder strong version of the tadpoles, they could remove that to imply that these guys are babies and the strong version is the grown one.
Yep.
Give them
A big ass
like warts and like a big toad head.
Yes.
The longs are like frogs, and then the strongs are like big ass toads or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
that's cool.
if they make a red big toad Ben 10 forearm fodder, don't know.
It'd be very
I
thick.
want to say something.
It would
I've been
it would
waiting
very
to get on
toad, yes.
I've been waiting to get on this bandwagon for a long time, and the frogs. I love frogs. I'm also going to speak for Aiden because Aiden loves frogs.
Oh god.
That if there's a good green-looking frog in this, I'm getting it. Like, but I want to see his face and his accessories and all that. I want to see what the mean potatoes of it are. But I really, if I'm going to get one of these fuckers, I want to get one of the frogs.
You got to imagine there'll be a green frog because there's a purple and green one. So you got to imagine there's a green and purple one even.
Yeah.
Or green and red.
Have to be the case.
I'm just saying there got to be a green frog.
Maybe.
There got to be.
There's already a green bird though.
That's true.
Is it
But
so
I think
much?
Does it say how much they are? No.
No, I was gonna say, is it so much to just want like a frog that's like colored like a tree frog? You know, like green and yellow,
Yes,
orange,
it
green
is.
and orange. Is that too much? Like that's
Yes, it is.
come on.
How dare you?
Well, the Plunder universe expands. That's all I can say.
Oh god.
And so does Braden's hole.
The hole in my soul.
Sure. I'm talking about the hole in your ass.
Why is it expanding? Jesus.
Because you're shoving more plunders up there.
I guess so.
Fuck.
Why are you talking about the whole in his wallet, bro?
It wasn't even that clever. You just want to make an asshole joke.
I'm thinking about holes over
G.I. Joe
boy.
Classified, but revealed some figures. I don't know why they
What did they
revealed. These just happen randomly. But the armored Cobra Commander looks cool.
Got a fucking lizard.
He does. He's got a. Oh my god.
That's Camellia.
No, it's not a chameleon. It's I don't know. I don't know. What, it's an iguana.
Iguana.
It's an iguana.
Yeah.
an iguana.
They're invasive.
You got Major Blood,
Mhm.
who
He looks
I bought for my dad for like $60, the original one. So of course they
Oh.
release him.
Okay. I thought you meant like this guy was worth $60. I was like, what the hell?
No. And then
That arm is fucking sick.
and then a crazy bearded guy with glasses, and then like
That's Thor. From Love
That's
and
Thor.
Thunder.
That's
insane ass like 3D goggles mask with the Darth Vader breather or whatever. Like
that's
I don't know
hell.
what's happening there. It's
That's
crazy.
hell. It's hell.
It looks wild. It looks insane.
He's got a fucking gun with a trident on that. Why does he do that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Fucking badass.
It's
I wonder if
overkill.
It doesn't strike me as like it shoots the trident. I feel like it shoots lightning or something.
It's probably. Knowing these guys, G.I. Joes are
Like you
insane.
shoot normal bullets, but out of every
Actually,
end of
these are Cobra. These are all Cobra. So Cobra is insane.
Mm-hmm. I think this
Yeah,
guy specifically is probably a Dreadnoks.
Oh, probably. He looks like he fits in with that aesthetic. Yeah, I like the arm on the Major Blood. That looks sick as hell.
Yeah, his crazy robot arm looks great.
That's nice. And then like The other guy looks like Bro Thor. Or not Bro Thor. He looks like Love and Thunder Thor. That's what he looks like.
He looks like bastard Thor.
Yeah, he's a dark Thor.
He
Dark
looks like
timeline
he looks
Thor.
like he'll like catcall a woman
He does.
And then shoot lightning out of his trident.
and shoot lightning out of his trident. Yeah, he's he's douche Thor meets douche Aquaman. That's what he is.
Yep. Lobo.
Yeah, very cool. I like him. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, wrapping up the
Kahuna.
toys for this week, the big deal. Marvel Legends had an April Fool's stream, and oh boy, did they play us.
It's a bit of a joke. Just sometimes, but sometimes
We
not.
got clowned on.
We did
A little
get
bit. I have pictures of everything. if somebody sends
But
them.
What
there's
do we want to start with?
Well, let's just go in order.
we got clowned on overall, but there are little gems.
There's good things here. Yeah.
There's
Also, we got some Marvel Legends news today. We'll save that for the end, though.
So they did show off Daredevil prototype, which I did. I did actually say I did predict that they were going to do this, and everyone's like, "No, they're not going to do it." And look what happened.
So
Looks like
didn't
he stuck his
didn't they
arms
confirm-
in shit?
they confirm that he has? They confirmed something about his articulation that was
Neck.
new.
His neck is over articulated or something
He's
like
got
that.
he's got the hinge and then the ball at the base neck.
Also, bonus
Mm.
fact: I didn't get a photo of this, but Dwight just pulls out a pair of Daredevil batons at one point, so those are
fighting?
coming. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. Nobody even picked up on that.
So
until
you can beat your friends.
So you can run around the local park and just start throwing sticks at people.
You can
It's like the ad,
ricochet a stick off a kid's head.
it's like the ad that always says "Be Daredevil." That's what he meant by that. You just run around the park. And then they
you
showed
can
off.
recreate your burger commercial and go.
But it's cool knowing there's a couple of cool things about this. It looks like they're trying to incorporate that double neck articulation in more figures, as well as a ball joint chest, a ball joint hip situation. They're trying to do that more as well, which is pretty cool.
Does he have that?
I don't think this guy has that, but other guys have.
Lame.
Other guys have.
This is probably
I'm very
mostly what
excited. That
I
looks
cares
great.
about here. We have the Thunderbolts, not
Well,
Wave.
Creepy mannequin Daredevil is exciting, but it's
Yes.
creepy mannequin. We did get. I was also. My gigantic cock comes into play again because I was right about something else.
Uh-huh.
They are movie waves are dead. They just
Oh,
are.
yeah.
We're getting two packs for Thunderbolts. The first 2-pack is Yelena and Red Guardian, and then the second two pack is the Sentry. Who cares about that guy? And John fucking Walker. Let's go!
This is a huge moment.
Gorgeous.
This is like
a huge moment.
when the New
Cultural
Testament
icon.
was dropped. When they soft dropped the New Testament, people got really excited.
Everyone was like, new lore?
Yeah. So
This
Ty's about to
is a
have
huge moment for me.
Ty's about to have a
personally.
lot of random Sentry figures just laying around.
His army of
Unfortunately.
centuries.
Unfortunately, it's a 2-pack.
Yeah. I did see something funny. I think like Smythes or whatever it is. It was some sort of online toy brand was like, we're still trying to get rid of the first John Walker, and they're like, there comes more. Just give him the tie.
Give him to me.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
got a hook.
I know a guy.
it.
I know a guy. I know a guy.
Um,
He has a bunch of Johns.
What do you guys think?
I think they
Before-
look
before I
solid.
go off.
I do not give a single shit about the Yelena figure at all. Do not
She
care.
looks good.
She looks fine, but that doesn't mean I give a shit. You know.
Why is she in green?
And then I also, likewise, I actually actively don't like this Red Guardian costume. I really don't like this new Red Guardian costume. Genuinely, I think it's gross. It's gross. I don't like it. I hate that instead of being pure white or even gray, it's fucking piss-stained fucking off-white. I hate it so much. Sorry.
I agree, but it fits the
I
character.
like the old Red Guardian costume way more. I fucking hate this one. Anyway. The stupid ugly shoulders with the like little stitches on. I know he's supposed to be like ghetto and like gritty, so whatever, it'll probably work for the movie, but I just hate that costume. Anyway, and And then John Walker looks really good. Honestly, even if we didn't have a John Walker connection, he'd probably be the figure I think looks the best of the wave. Like, honestly. Like, genuinely. So he looks great. And then Sentry looks like he's got the most MCU-ified Sentry costume I've ever seen. When people talk about MCU-ification and they talk about lines and shit, this is exactly what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It is generic as fuck.
It's weird.
Yeah.
He's.
I hope it'll look better than the it looks
I think
better.
it will.
Yeah.
Ty, how much reuse is the John Walker, if any?
So he is.
You'll be able to know.
Let's take a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
I have one big issue with this figure. But, so, originally they released this guy, who is totally inaccurate, and is just a black version of his Captain America costume. Then they released this guy, it's 100% reuse, but blue, right? So this guy is basically all reuse, updated paint, and then a new head and a new shield. He had his helmet is totally different in the movie because, like, I don't know if you can tell, but he had more open eye holes in Captain Falcon Winter Soldier, and now like they shrunk his eyes in the new movie. But yeah, it's mostly reuse. My issue is they gave Red Guardian fucking actual pistols, and John still has a trigger hand, but he still has the like molded in pistol on his thigh.
Yep.
Where instead of an actual gun, and he's the only one we've seen, like, of the two, Red Guardian and John Walker, he's the only one we've actually seen in the trailers use his fucking pistol. So whatever.
Well, you gotta give one of his pistols. Now you gotta give one of his pistols to John.
Yeah, but then he's still gonna have a pistol stuck on his thigh.
That's his extra backup pistol. I don't know.
And he pulls the one he uses out of his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love him. I love him a lot. I'm very excited.
Actually, looks really strange.
I actually really like the new helmet. I think it looks way better than the old one. I don't know if that's a hot take here, but I really like it.
I like it for U.S. Agent. I prefer the old one for Captain America.
That makes sense.
We ain't Captain America.
The old
I know,
one,
but did
like,
the actors say, like, they fixed my helmet? I don't look like I've got a penis for a head or something. Did he say something like that?
Yeah, I did say that.
But the old one has more like a wide-eyed, sort of optimistic sort of look to it.
It makes sense. He's less wide-eyed, more depressed now. An alternate head would have been nice for him too, with the full beard out. You know.
Mm-hmm. Unhelmeted head. Yeah. That would have been great. Loved it.
Also,
but yeah,
you said the torso's reused, but I don't see the A anywhere.
it's there.
Oh, the
it's
star.
just not
The
painted.
star. Ah, okay.
Which is accurate.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
Accurate to the costume.
Okay. Fair enough. He looks dirty. That's good. Sentry looks weird. His face looks bizarre. I mean, I see it, but barely.
But his hair is weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
The actor might have hair like that in the movie, but in the trailers, it looks like it's more like down here.
More like down, like he's got. Yeah, he looks like he's got his like. Well, the entire movie, he has like his bangs in front of his face, and he's got brown hair. He doesn't have bright blonde hair.
Cool, like girl boss moment where he like slicks it back and he's full
Yeah,
badass.
well, I think it's probably gonna be like a personality thing because it's a Sentry. So there's Bob, there's Sentry, and then there's the whatever.
The Void.
The Void.
Yeah.
So I imagine like if his hair's blonde when he's the Sentry, maybe it's brown when he's Bob, and then turns black when he's the Void or something.
So it's more of like a way to show the audience that he's a different guy.
I imagine his costume is probably going to get darker when he's the Void.
Yeah. I kind of would like it though if his costume didn't get darker, because there's something kind of cool about like a very like Superman-ish big bright costume, but it's the villain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's
Turning
something kind of like
ash on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a clash there. And then you get all these rugged guys and this Russian dude in his ugly ass fucking new costume. But you got them running around and they're all like getting these darker, more grounded. I don't know. I kind of like that contrast, but oh well.
Yeah.
We'll see. Probably. I mean, the only thing I've ever seen to the Void is the fucking crab Build-A-Figure, so I don't think he's going to turn into that in the movie.
How cool would that be, though?
Be
oh my god!
Big arms come out, and he's like,
final fight. Yeah.
I mean, they might do some cool visual shit.
Watch him do that in Avengers, and then Doom is
oh my god,
in his next.
Doom's like, shut up. You idiot.
And he like, he like turns upside down like a dead crab, and his arms are all up.
No, no, no. He's like, I will just have to destroy you myself, and he transforms, and then you cut away, and then you cut back to Doom later, and he's got like a crab on a plate, and he's eating.
He's boiling a pot of water, putting salt in it, and he's going, my favorite.
He's like, delicious.
Yummy. Yes. Okay. This is probably the biggest one that Thatch wants to talk about. Obviously, we got to talk about this one, of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
So first of all, I've already pre-ordered this. I already got it.
Pre-order launch today.
Okay. There's something. Here's how I feel about this figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I love about this figure is different than I think what he's supposed to be, and I understand. Is he the ideal representation of the badass, like, cool suit, like, accurate, really cool head from the actual movie? No, he's not really that. Is he a great tribute to the old Spider-Man 3 toy line that existed when I was a kid? Yes, he is that. They brought back the exact, like, art, like, deco branding material that they used in 2007. They dusted that shit off of a hard drive in Hasbro, and even, like, the backdrop of his box, the design is the same one, like the insert is the same one as the 2007 figures. It's like clear, which was when Hasbro got the Marvel license, was way back then. So that was their first, like, thing. So they had the archives of the of that stuff, and it, like, if you compare it, actually I might be able to send it in chat here. Ooh, if you compare it, if you compare it to the stuff from that old movie, it's like spot on. You know, it's insane. So I'm thrilled about that, and I'm very excited because the nostalgia it's hitting me right in the goon zone. So I love that. Now, yes, I also then can I can separate. Like, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna fuck with this figure, play with him, have a ton of fun, and, like, have so much nostalgia. I had those old toys, all of them. My mom accidentally got rid of them all, but I had them. Now, the accuracy standpoint, was it the right move to take the exact suit sculpt, nix a new chest logo from the 45-year-old version of Tobey Maguire, and then repaint it to be the 30-year-old, the young Tobey Maguire Spider-Man body from 2007? No, it was not. That wasn't even the one thing. Look, I it's whatever. I'm gonna enjoy it either way. He has all the articulation. He'll be fun, and I am glad that they sculpted a new chest. They kind of had to, but I'm very much glad they did that. I am annoyed they didn't sculpt a new mask, because it's the same No Way Home mask, which is not, it's very different than the 2007 mask. And I think, honestly, a new masked head with the adjusted eyes and a more classic Sam Raimi look would have gone a long way to make even this old body, like, sing more. But, yeah, he still has his, like, 45-year-old man, like, mom hips and stuff. Like, yeah, he does. I will say, Hasbro did do an older version that when they did a Hasbro Marvel Legends-esque line before they did Marvel Legends, like, proper, where it was 6-inch scale Spider-Man 3 figures, and they took the Toy Biz Raimi Spider-Man and they re-released him, and that figure was great for the time. But for some ungodly reason, rather than tweaking that mold and just repainting it, they made an original body mold for Symbiote Spider-Man, and it was awful. It was so bad. It's one of the worst action figures ever. He's horrible. So this is almost their way of kind of making that right, but again, they didn't knock it out of the park anyway. Okay, right. Now finally, last thing I gotta talk about is the it's the head sculpt. Is the heads. Look, I feel like I've got, like, an army of guns pointed at me, and I'm having to, like, wait, because listen.
You don't. I'm agreeing with you.
Again, is the head sculpt? Does it look like Tobey Maguire in the movie? No, does not look like him. But hear me out. I'm about to get real, like, art student, like, writing an analytical essay. Does it capture the physical appearance of the movie? No. Does it capture the essence of his goofy-ass emo presence in the movie? I think so. That he's such an idiot, such a goober in that, and this is the most gooberized version. I'm like digging my way into the sand pit right now. This is such a gooberized version of that guy. He looks ridiculous. He looks absolutely ridiculous.
This, you know what this feels like? This
But
feels like
I think, like he's supposed to look ridiculous, right? This guy, he's emo Peter for Christ's sake. Like you can't take it seriously.
I was gonna say this feels like if Peter Parker from No Way Home got the symbiote suit now.
Yeah, and then
That's what it feels
also,
like.
I am like, I don't know whose idea it was to give him jet black hair and brown eyebrows. I don't know whose idea that was. He looks
He's
like
beautiful.
he looks like your emo coworker who has brown hair but dyed his hair black to look edgier, and it looks ridiculous. Like it looks like he's wearing a wig. But
It's goofy.
But I love it because it's so stupid, you know. And then he's got a dumb symbiote piece that attaches, which that never happens in the movie like that. There's never that shape in the movie once.
I get what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to do the scene where he's like pulling it off, but it doesn't look anything
never
like that.
makes the head. That never
No,
happens.
it never. Yeah, no. It was very odd.
And then they did that to justify the last thing that's nailing me in this cockpit. It's $30 fucking dollars, which is ridiculous. I've never been more excited to buy a figure. I'm so excited to I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this guy. He's gonna go right. Actually, he's probably gonna go right next to my Braden Adams figure on the shelf. Like that.
There you go. That's gonna be the best head swap of this century right there.
You know what my favorite part of this is it's the Bully Maguire emo head on the 40-year-old man body. It's like the 40-year-old virgin action figure personified.
No, it's like if Peter Parker never took off the symbiote, and when he showed up in No Way Home, he was still in the Bully Maguire.
He's just gonna
Which would have been, that's like a Deadpool joke, but I would have been laughing. So I'm excited. I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
They should have done that in Deadpool and Wolverine. Just have Bully Maguire show up.
Oh god, that'd be really
he beats
funny.
the
Can you
shit
imagine?
out of Deadpool.
It would be Spider-Man's silhouette. It would drop down. Everybody, Tobey Maguire, and then he black suit, and you're like, oh shit, and then he puts a mask on. And he goes, gonna cry or some dumb shit like that.
He goes, gonna cry.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. It's so funny.
He'd be like, hey, pepperoni face.
Yeah.
He's
fuck.
Yeah, ugly.
Dude, I just wanted to remind you guys of the clip of I saw someone repost the GIF of him when he's in the diner dancing, and he pulls his jacket and he goes, and then like the wind gusts Gwen's hair. And the funny part about that is she's so into it.
Oh yeah.
She's like
that movie is a fever dream.
Into it. That's so fun, dude. I'm not I don't look. I've grown a lot. At the time, I thought he was like a cool guy. I was like fucking sick, right? Then I thought it was cringe and stupid, and now there's no way it wasn't intentionally funny. There is no way.
Oh hell yeah!
If it was unintentional, it's like the greatest thing ever. But anyway,
I mean,
sorry.
this is the guy who made Army of Darkness. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, what he's doing.
He's smart.
It's very funny.
Okay.
All right, we're moving on. But
if you look at Spider-Man 3 from like an Army of Darkness point of view, it's probably a good movie.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yes, yes.
We So we got
some comic figures, right?
Well, we have some shit here. We have some reissues. Shit? This is probably the shittiest thing they announced.
Shit, son. They're shitting.
Actually, no, it's not the shittiest thing they announced.
About this.
This is.
I actually thought about this figure recently. I was like, they made those two shitty video game figures with all the sculpted detail, and they still haven't made the main suit. And then they fucking re-release one of those shitty video game figures.
Yep.
Actually,
it's the exact same figure.
The shittier of the two, which is funny. Like they're both shitty, but this one's more.
Oh
yes.
And the design
this was
terrible.
Weird.
And actually, because one of them is actually from the comics. This one, after the game came out, had a comic made about it, just so it could be validated.
Cringe.
Did it really?
Yeah, it did. It was like a one-shot.
It looks like.
Actually, when I when I saw it in the package, I thought it was a new figure. I was like, oh, they're updating it, and then no, it's the exact same thing, just darker, and it looks like awful. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
got those ugly ass
Uh,
pins.
We got some reissues, and I don't think these were. I think these were well timed considering recent announcements.
Tamed.
Well timed. Also, they couldn't update the last Spider-Man figure, but they updated Wolverine. So
Could be
I don't know what that's all about.
those.
They release
Yep.
one of these naked ass Wolverines like every 2 years, and I don't understand
do.
how there could be that much desire for it. Like
This
every
is
2 years,
epic. Look at his giant
Mystique's
hair.
Mystique is all double pinless now too.
She
which
is
is nice. But I gotta say, I wish she had the iframe
Yeah.
joint. I feel like it's
She
a really
needs-
good opportunity.
She needs the ab crunch.
Also, I love the fact that they're like, we've got this Mystique here, we've updated, we're throwing in the Hellfire Gala Jean head that's super exclusive, and it's like, what? That's the most random head you ever could have thrown in there, I guess. Sure.
It looks good. I like it.
It's great. It's a great head, but it's like, it's for that really hard to find 4-pack that was like super exclusive, and it's like,
Yeah.
if you don't have that figure, it's like,
She
well,
can
okay.
transform only her head into Jean Grey.
Yeah, the rest of her is still normal. So
Dude,
it's like,
but specifically Hellfire Gala Jean Grey, specifically that
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
Mhm.
yeah, so it's like you're looking there and you're like, are you Mystique? And she's like, no, I'm Jean. It's like, well, you're still blue.
But why are you blue though?
Oh, it's just my new. I'm
almost-
just new look.
I
I'm
almost-
trying.
I almost would have preferred if they did. If they were gonna do any accessory, maybe like honestly, if you're gonna be this minimalistic about it, just like take the same head, port it over, and then just do like half of it is skin tone. Like even that would have been better than this.
That would be cool. So those are weird. The Target, all the X-Men stuff's going to Target for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't
This
know. It's interesting.
probably not much to say about this. The only thing of interesting note to note with this figure is I didn't know who this other character was. Apparently, her torso should be white. Dan
Yes, and they
corrected
are
it.
correcting it.
Yes, they are,
That's
which is
canon.
very rare. Very
Madame
rare.
Mask, by the way.
Madame Mask, yes. I've never heard of her up until this point. And Crossbones. Crossbones looks pretty sick, honestly. I'm not even going to lie to you.
He does. He doesn't have the
he look-
cross bones.
No.
but
Oh, he has it
mask.
on his... He's got it on his belt.
Oh, he's
or
got a
not-
little. Not his. He's got it on his
Yeah.
belly button.
It's on his tummy.
This is where it
Oh,
is.
belly button.
In case you were wondering, it's right here.
This is my belly button protector.
Right here, guys. Just look down.
He looks
Yeah.
like a GI Joe figure.
I was going to say, he'd
does.
fit right in with G.I. Joe. A million
Yeah.
%.
He wouldn't be as
It's
well
cool.
articulated as a GI Joe figure, but he looks cool.
That explosion piece by the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Thank you, Ty. That explosion piece is so small. They keep including it. It's so tiny. And it's just like... It was in the Punisher 2-pack, too, and it's just such a small little...
Yeah, I
like-
feel like that would blow. That explosion would happen like literally right in front of Crossbones' feet, and he'd just look down at it like, okay,
yeah, he's just like...
huh?
Is it supposed to be like a grenade? Is that what?
Yeah,
it
it's a
is?
grenade, but yeah, because it has the fragments of the grenade coming out of it. It's a cool effect. It's just a little too. I think they should just make it bigger. It's too. I think it's too small.
teeny tiny.
I guess the idea is you're supposed to manipulate it with photography, but
Another figure that should have the ab crunch is Madame Mask. There's literally no reason for her not to. You could have just reused the Sharon Carter body.
absolutely.
Also, honestly,
They're
looking at
fools.
it, you could have just reused. It's got the lines on it. You could have reused the Black Widow lower body. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
You could have gotten away with it.
Stupid.
They're learning, but slowly. But it's like
Yeah, well, it's like the double jointed arms thing and the pinless.
Yeah.
Like every time they do something new, it takes them fucking forever.
it's a
to actually
very
implement
slow
it.
transition. They're still using pins on figures nowadays, which
Yeah.
is wild to me. New She-Hulk coming out. It's funny because
Yeah.
Robo just customized the She-Hulk to look exactly like this. So, and this is pretty recent after the last
Mhm.
She-Hulk. I think it came out like last year. So it's pretty. All things considered, this is pretty
cool because this
new.
is a pretty iconic She-Hulk outfit. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of like this.
Yeah, it's been about
Absolutely.
a year since that She-Hulk came out.
wild.
I like the hair paint. That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, it looks good. I mean, look, it's a good looking She-Hulk. I won't lie.
I really want though a lawyer in a suit She-Hulk so bad.
Mhm.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Faux show.
You could do that. Okay, and then I think we are on to the big one now.
The big
So,
one.
The big one. Well, we all knew this was going to happen. And there's thoughts to be had about this, certainly. Not all positive. Mostly negative, if we're being completely honest. So they revealed
Hulk!
Maximum Hulk, yep. We'd seen parts start to leak out, and there was like a little bit of hype building, and then this got revealed, and...
Oh my god, did it get revealed, dude? Holy shit.
Got revealed. It got revealed, all right. And by revealed, I
Are
mean...
you stoked, bro?
So, there was this understanding...
Oh shit,
he
he's
just
gone.
left. Wait, there he is. He's back.
I don't know what happened there.
He
Sorry.
rage quit. He got so mad.
He went, ha! And then hung up.
He's like, that's really funny. That's the end of this episode.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I
So
stabbed
there's
a fork into my dinner, cut out, and I was like, oh.
There was I think there was an understanding, at least for most of us, when they started the Maximum series.
Good? That it would be shitty?
Yeah. That there wouldn't be a lot of reuse.
New sculpts and new engineering.
I don't know if they ever said it, but it was pretty heavily implied that that's what they were going
when you
for.
emphasize that so heavily for your first figure in a brand new line, that's what we're going to be expecting.
Absolutely. So this is a massive fumble.
Also,
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure they said something like it's maximum line. It's going to be maximum sculpting, maximum articulation,
maximum effort, whatever. Right. So here's what we're dealing with here: the same Hulk body we've had since 2019.
Yeah,
with a rubber overlay
like 9 times.
With a rubber overlay torso.
And new toes.
Oh yeah, and toe articulation.
Toes.
Fuck yes. That justifies everything.
What are you gonna do with the Hulk toe articulation?
Oh, he can do epic toe crunching. There's some weird poses where he's
There's
like,
no way in hell those toes are gonna be strong enough to hold his fucking weight.
They're trying to, like, you can see some of the poses. They're like, they've got his leg like up and his foot's like backwards and like bending back. It's like, why is that? That's not a thing Hulk fucking does. He doesn't like bend like Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I know he's a bigger figure, but like for a maximum figure, there's like, this is not the amount of accessories you need for something like that. There's like, he's got his big
clapping. Like, look at his ankle that's on the ground. Like how fucked up he looks. So like this figure just can't pose naturally at all.
Like
that's the picture I was talking about.
Like gesture that like pops on one leg and is like, oi.
Yeah, he's holding himself up on his toes. He's like,
his titties are squishing together as well.
Yes, so it's a rubber overlay piece so that you can bring his chest together so he can do the thunderclap. Yep.
And look, it like functions. Like, does it function? Yeah. And it doesn't hide the butterflies? Yeah. Did literally anyone ask for this? No. Not a single person.
Also, if you for one, if you display him in a clapping pose and then you ever pick him up and move him, his tits are going to be permanently squished.
Yep. So that's an issue.
And then, it's probably, depending on what material
Which, by the way,
it's probably going to rot.
And it's like, by the way, like, why would you ever leave them on the shelf in the clapping? Oh, maybe because that's the only fucking pose they made accessories for. Yep. Like, the whole thing is marketed over, you could put them in a clapping pose. So, yeah, most people are going to do that. And then they're going to
That was the big appeal, or that was the big, like, I guess, push with this figure, is that they're like, yeah, we're really going to lean in on that. Look, the rocket can come apart. What? Holy shit. That's insane.
Oh my god!
Who gives a fuck? The effects are huge. Look, okay, so, and here's the issue. The biggest thing that gets me are that you're still using these. Look, is this base Hulk figure fine? Yes. But should we have gotten something more? Absolutely. This is an old-ass mold, guys.
You're going to give us fucking, in the maximum line, single-jointed elbows and pinned legs.
Those elbows, specifically the actual fucking weenus that hangs down.
his
gotta go.
His spike.
It's gotta go. Look, again, that's a fine Hulk body. It works. It's okay.
If this Hulk was released like, 2-pack with like Wolverine, and it was like $50, and it was like, oh yeah, there's this 2-pack. Then this is kind of a cool, different Hulk. It's kind of cool, but if this is like the maximum, hyper expensive, this is our definitive Hulk. This is not that at all. Like, not
Should
at all.
say
This thing is literally double the price of a regular Hulk figure half the time.
it's $60,
You know-
$10
a
over
good-
Spider-Man.
You know what's a good comparison?
Hmm.
It's honestly equivalent to, like, if instead of releasing in a normal 2-pack,
Mhm.
they released a $50 single release of Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, and we're like, this
Oh, yeah.
is the definitive Spider-Man. And it was $50, and all they added were the toe joints and
Yeah.
and I guess the pinless,
They-
and that was
they-
it. Otherwise, it's a
and-
whole original sculpt, and it's got like barely any accessories. That's
And
what
then
this
they-
is.
the accessories would be a very emphasized web accessory. It would be a very specific, or elaborate, swinging
And
accessory.
instead of a $50 2-pack, and hey, it comes with kind of a cool new Spider-Man that's tweaked and improved. It would be like, this is our new Maximum Spider-Man, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, this does not cut it. You know what does cut it? The actual fucking Maximum Spider-Man. That's a new sculpt and a new this, and has like, you know what I mean? So
And look, I understand, people have their problems with that figure. The price is too high, obviously, right? Obviously. But at least it almost justifies it with the new sculpt and everything included. This does not feel like it's justifying the $60 price tag. It's insane. The
There's no
head's fucking ugly as sin. I don't know what.
God.
I get what they're trying to do. I know they're artist specific, but they don't work in this content. They look
It's
fucking
the most
bizarre.
specific artists. They
Yeah.
didn't pick it's not like if you picked a John Romita Spider-Man head, which is like a very well used, very common rendition of Spider-Man. It's like if you picked like a fucking, I don't know, like a John Romita Jr. Spider-Man head with like the indented lines and the weird boxy head shape. Like, it'd be like if that was the only head you had, was like a really specific version of it. It's like
so weird.
he's got big every time you see the head of him going like, "Ew," all I think of is the mask. You guys know Jim Carrey, the mask?
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
They're all
Every time.
super cartoony. Even like the neutral smiling head. I hate his haircut in that one. It's so gross looking. I just don't like.
He doesn't have eyes. He doesn't have pupils in that one.
Yeah,
And he's got fucking Draco Malfoy hair.
Yep.
And then the other one
Screaming
looks
one
like
is insane.
fucking. The other one looks like Flash Thompson.
It
from,
looks like
from
a Toy Biz
Spider-Man
head.
1.
It looks like one of the worst Toy Biz Hulk figure heads. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like. Again, I appreciate that it's an artist rendition of it, but it looks fucking weird.
If they had a generic,
The fucking tooth
That's
head is
okay.
so stupid.
if they had any sort of generic default head, and on top of that, these heads, none of us would be complaining right now.
No.
I mean,
We'd still be laughing about how shit these heads are, but yeah.
right? But
I
you'd be
just-
like, oh, well, you got your normal head, right? Like,
Yeah, no, absolutely. There'd be options, but the fact that there are only options is tragic. I'm disappointed. I've gone on a whole tirade about this before, and I'll make it quick. But I'm just saying, I wanted this Maximum series to be my main Marvel figures that I was going to buy. I was really excited. I was really looking for it. I'm very excited to get Maximum Spidey. This is not. I would be better off getting the fucking Toy Biz Hulk or the 20th anniversary Toy Biz Hulk. That figure is just. I like that figure. It doesn't have the same green.
But they
solid.
added a little faded paint around the pants where it's torn at.
that's on the fucking 20 years of Marvel Legends figure.
But
It's on it.
It's Maximum.
It's not Maximum because the fucking pins are still in the goddamn leg
Yeah.
all this time later. I would go for this figure because I feel like the value would be more there, and you'd be getting a nice. It's just so.
Yeah, he's got a cool freaking display base.
Yeah, he does. So I don't want to contribute to this, but I will say the only way I think I could save it, and by saving it is a general term, I'd want to get a rival style head and slap it on him, see how it looks. It wouldn't fit the proportions of the character, but it's the only thing I can think that I
Bro,
would
just
even.
get any other Hulk and do that.
I
Don't-
know. I
don't-
know.
Yeah, don't.
I know.
Don't do that. Don't be a fool.
I'm not ordering. I'm not ordering it. I'm not.
We'll make one saving argument about the heads, and it's not even justifiable. If someone told me this, I'd say, okay, fine, but that's not. It's stupid, right?
Mm.
The green does look very similar to the 80th anniversary green, so I'm guessing if you popped that head on his body, it would look fine. But I shouldn't have to save your figure by popping the head on of an older figure. You know what I
Shouldn't
mean?
need to own or acquire another figure.
Also,
Yes.
that head that's a good head, like it's a good Hulk head, but it definitely that was before like the facial tech.
No,
So
it
that
still
head,
looks great. Trust me, it still looks
no,
great.
no, I'm saying it looks great, but it could look better. That's what I'm
You're
saying.
You're right. You're right.
We could use an upgrade, but
Why
again,
does he have the fucking like he's falling out of a helicopter? Like his hair is all...
yeah, it's so bad. I just I'm you know me, I'm a Hasbro apologist through and through. I've always been like, yeah, this is fine. This is not. This is a bad.
The hands,
This
like
is bad.
there's not enough hands. Like
No.
there's the fucking karate chopping clapping hands. Then there's a C grip hand and a clawed hand, and then there's fists. Give him like he should have like 2 C grip hands. He should have two claw hands. He should have like other versions of that. Like maybe I don't fucking know a pointing hand. I don't anything. You know what I mean? Like there should be at least 2 more sets, at least 1 more set of hands, but ideally 2 more for a maximum figure.
You're gonna give him this big dumbass tooth face. At least give him like a thumbs up or something to go with
Yeah, yeah.
A piece.
Chopping the piece.
That'd be great. See, that'd be peak. That'd be amazing.
Guys, I'm disappointed by this. I'm disappointed.
Guys, I'm disappointed.
I'm sad. Well, I am sad. I wanted
I
this to be
understand.
more.
What's the temperature of the Marvel Legends community? Dude, like I don't know what
Oh, they
they
hate
think.
it.
Do they
People-
They hate it. Everybody hates it.
Do they hate? Because everyone I saw it was like, it's only $60. That's not bad. That's all I saw.
I've seen a few people be like, "Hey, it looks like a figure," and then everyone else is like, "What the fuck is this goofy ass
Okay.
bullshit?"
Good. I'm glad people are not happy about this because this should be something.
Yeah.
I don't think it. If this is the route they're going to go, if they're going to go against this, I think Maximum Series maybe 1 figure a year. If this is the route that they need to take, focus on 1 figure, make it good, all new sculpt, bunch of accessories.
Take like the budget of an entire wave, and put it into 1 figure.
Fucking, I would have if this Hulk was better and all brand new, I would have justified $80. It would have been insane, but that would have been more justified than this shit.
I was fully expecting 70, 80 for a maximum Hulk. Yeah.
Honestly, if they did, this would be the dream scenario. To truly do a proper Maximum Hulk figure that genuinely gives you everything you could possibly need. $80, it comes with a bunch of normal expression heads, 2 more pairs of hands, also a bunch of other random. He should come with a smashed signpost, a smashed like wall, and he should come with a new, fully like original sculpted, tattered Bruce Banner figure to go with him. That would have been awesome. Maybe the Bruce Banner comes with green hands that are like fading or something like that.
You throw in a wired
Bruce Banner
overshirt,
comes with, like an angry head with like bright green eyes or something.
Throw in a wired white ripped shirt for Hulk. There you go. You got like we're making a better figure, Hasbro. See how hard it is? God damn.
Just hate
Expensive,
that
but
all
yeah,
the-
it'd be better.
Oh
The
yeah, it's
accessories are
expensive.
basically
It's maximum. It should be.
like they should give you options. The accessories should give you options.
Yes.
These accessories give you 2 options. Either Hulk is holding a missile or he's clapping his hands. Those are your options. Or he's neutral.
Or you don't
Those are
use
your
the
options.
accessories.
Or you give him the fucking scary face. Which is-
Spider-Man he's got a million hands. He's got all the normal hands you could have, which is already a bunch of options. Hands with webs coming out, hands with the gloves off. You know what I mean? Like he's got all these options for you. You know what I mean? That you can make different poses. This is like you get 2 poses. Like
they needed to let this one cook for a little bit longer because it came out a bit raw. That's all I'll say. They haven't cooked it for longer.
No, I think they had a good thing on their hands and were just flat out off base and completely wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
I think they put most of their budget into that silicone overlay.
Oh.
Like I genuinely believe most of the budget
Absolutely.
was, and then they cut corners on the rest of the sculpt, which it should have been a fully new sculpt.
I can see them being like, well, Hulk doesn't need to come with that much stuff. It's like there's so many things you can add, though. What are you talking
so
about?
much. He should have at least come with a bunch of different destroyed pieces of terrain in a city.
Yep.
Like at least that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is just, it just feels like a kick in the balls is what this feels like.
Like, I mean, like
What?
the destroyed display base from the Anniversary Hulk, right? There, like the broken pipe and stuff. Like any broken stuff accessories, he should have that you've already made.
You know what he should have? This is the definitive. He should have an accessory that is the ripped off top of a tank with the pole coming down, and then the top part that he can hold like a hammer. Yeah. That is the most Hulk shit ever. Why is that not in here? Are you kidding me?
No, they had to give him the. They had to really emphasize that thunderclap, which it's cool,
so
but again,
stupid, man. Ugh.
But it's cool, but like, why? That shouldn't be the only thing we get.
If you can use the swooshy effects with the other hands, cool. Then you can make it look like he's swinging his fist or something. Still not good.
No, it's just not enough for what it should be. For what the line should be. It just feels like such a stab in the back. It just feels like such a lazy effort.
Yeah, this is minimum effort. And,
we should call this the minimum
maximum cost.
It's a maximum disappointment. Is what I'm trying to say. Also, gonna send these. Don't really know what these are, but if anyone has any ideas, Aiden said maybe movie Gambit for that effect, but I've also heard Psylocke, so I don't know.
I can't even.
Dude, the fire effect also made me think of the Jada Mega Man figures. Like that's
yes. People are saying, I've heard there is supposed to be a Marvel versus, or I don't know if it's Marvel versus Cap. Yeah, I think it's a Marvel versus Capcom wave, right? Something like that.
What?
Yeah, they were leaked. Yeah.
What? With Mega Man?
Well, no, I don't know. I don't think they've Capcom
made a Mega Man before. I hope so. Oh God, that'd be amazing. Their old Mega Man was shitty, but
right. I don't think
Mega Man X in Marvel vs. Capcom. He's Mega Man X, right?
Dude, well, the most recent.
That's my boy.
That's my boy.
Hold on a second. I don't think they're actually making the Capcom characters. I think they're just making the Marvel characters from those games, which is.
But why not though? Because Mega Man's got lines with fucking.
I agree. Hey, I'm down for it. I'm just going off of what the leaks. I'm just going off what I've heard from leaks. I don't know how true this is because someone.
Give me Mega Man. Give him to me.
Someone was saying that. Someone's saying that bubble thing is one of Cap's abilities in Marvel vs. Capcom. So I don't. Again, I have no idea. Also, people are saying this is so fucking stupid. Someone saw the pink effect and was like, "We're getting maximum Psylocke." I'm like, "No, she's not the fucking third figure of the line. What are you talking about?"
We're getting.
Why would they do Spider-Man, Hulk, and yes, everyone's third favorite Marvel character, Psylocke.
Gooning Psylocke.
Everyone is like, she's more popular now probably because of Marvel Rivals, but not that popular. Yep, that's it.
She's got individual butt cheek articulation.
She's got silicone booty and boobies.
There you go. Maximum effort.
Yeah. There was some more Marvel Legends news though. Yeah.
Oh yes, I have it. Yes, here we go. They just announced today. New little tease. Little funny little tease. They dropped a little friggin' fresh teaser. Pretty cool. They kind of reveal something cool with it too, which is neat.
Yeah.
Saw this. I saw you post this, and I won't lie, boys.
You got.
I gooned a little.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little.
Hey, I got a little excited too, man. I got a little excited too. I didn't full on goon, but I definitely got excited. Reed's got stretch arms. That's cool.
Stretch arms.
How much you want to bet these are 2-packs? Two packs.
Yeah, 100%.
But they're probably going to be more expensive. Like I'm guessing $60 2-packs because I think they're going to say that Reed and Thing. I think Reed and Sue are going to come together. Thing and Johnny. Yep. And they're going to say Thing is a deluxe figure and Reed is a deluxe figure.
Yes,
I think that's
he'll come with the effects. Yes.
Yep.
I do have. First of all, these look great. Sue's got double jointed arms, so cool. Thing looks like a new sculpt, so cool. Not a reuse. I have one complaint, and I understand. This is like big brain. If you look at Johnny's arm, right? It looks like besides the stretch arms, the normal arms for Reed are going to be shared with Johnny because the white strips that are on Johnny's arms are actually sculpted part of the costume. They're seams in the actual costumes. Reed doesn't have those, and it looks like they just painted them over the Reed arm to kind of give the effect, which is not a big deal. It's fine, but it tells me by looking in on it, tells me they're going to share a similar body sculpt. Basically.
Yeah, it makes sense, which is
it's unfortunate, but
yeah, it's cool.
Also, Johnny, I gotta say this one other thing.
Mhm.
I would like to say, when given the option between a fully flamed on Johnny and a flameless Johnny, I will go flame on Johnny every single day of the week. I'm okay getting a flameless Johnny, but it's kind of like a wet. It's like cool, but it's like I can't make him pose him doing any Johnny things. That guy, aside from like a little bit of fire on his hand, which is like,
Yeah.
I get it.
He's
I
gonna
get
have,
wanting
he's gonna have those
it.
generic wispy energy
Yeah.
effect parts,
Yeah.
and then maybe a firehead.
yeah,
I would assume a firehead probably.
Yeah, I know.
And then I
was looking at
assume
the photo.
I assume then if they want to, if these do well enough, then they'll release a fully flamed Johnny after the fact as like a single figure.
Single release, yeah.
Unless they want to pack it with Silver Surfer or something. I don't fucking know.
Maybe.
the only other thing I'm nervous about is the likenesses.
Mhm.
Not that I'm that, but like sometimes the likenesses for Legends are great, and just all these people's faces they've never done before.
Mhm.
And when that happens, and you know, Pedro Pascal's a very handsome man, but he's got a very specific fucking face.
He does.
So I just don't want them to screw that up. Please.
Black Series likenesses have been not great traditionally, but again, this isn't Black Series, so
But then you get like Tobey Maguire.
Right.
With this
Right.
Legends likenesses, it just really depends on the person.
we also don't know if they have the likeness rights for any of these people.
Obviously they do, because they're unmasked characters. Yeah, what?
Right.
Yes, they have to.
But we've seen that before where they've done unmasked characters and the faces don't look anything like them.
Name one.
You're mean. I don't remember. We've seen it before.
Okay.
Usually, if I see that, it's an alternate head that doesn't look as much like it. But if it's a character and their whole thing is they're unmasked, usually they have the likeness rights.
John Ramirez Sr.
Like for example, Electro. They might not have had the likeness rights for Electro, but they covered him with a mask.
They put a mask on him.
I've never seen a modern movie Legends put out that just has a completely different man's face on the body.
They've never done that.
They definitely have.
No, they have not, Braden.
It's vaguely different.
No.
This is a thing. I've heard this talked about before.
They've never done that.
It's definitely a thing.
I think the difference is, Braden, first of all, we can never know if they have the likeness rights or not, but to me, that reads like people trying to justify shitty likenesses. The likeness looks bad, and they're like, oh, they probably didn't have the likeness rights. But what's more likely is it just is a bad likeness. They just did a bad job.
It's even if it's bad, it's still obviously the actor. Like, they're still using the likeness.
Yeah. Anyway, Braden, it's okay.
I called him out. No, he's insecure.
I'm trying to find what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Doc Ock had a weird likeness, but he also had a mask. So.
It was a Spider-Man 2 Doc Ock. They figured it out. You know.
That's how they got the likeness. This one specifically had to be No Way Home, so they couldn't use the face because it's a very specific look.
But the Electro, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here, cat. Back off. Meow.
I got owned.
Again, Braden, Braden, look at me. The only way to truly prove your point is if you would have had like a document from Hasbro that would say, we do not have the likeness, you know? Because there could always be the counter argument, maybe it's a shitty likeness, you know?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Here's the document.
Here's the receipts.
Revealed 34-page document proving my point.
I'm
wrong. I'll take the L. It's fine. I'll take the L.
Good.
As I so often do. But from one giant thing to another, we're jumping into it, boys. We gotta talk about this shit.
Yeah, we'll come back to Marvel, but
Yes.
another prank. I'll get into how it's a prank.
Fucking prank.
Later, but Switch 2 had Direct. Braden, tell us about it.
They did. Yeah, so I took a lot of notes for this. I came prepared. I wrote down every game they talked about, which turned out to be quite a lot. We're not gonna spend time talking about most of these, but I just figured I'd at least mention.
If you want to listen,
I will. Switch 2 has been officially, well, it was already revealed, but this is, obviously the official announcement and everything, blah, blah, blah. We get all the specs and all the technical information, whatever. I don't know if we want to talk about the actual specs or all the specifics of the console and like the prices right now, or if we want to wait till later, because or just talk about the main things that they revealed.
We'll save the price for the end.
Okay.
So the main in relation to that.
So the main thing they revealed is that it's running at I think, is it 1080p now? Was it not 1080p before? I don't know. When I'm talking about technical stats, all this goes over my head.
Performance is better.
Yes, it looks better than the base Switch and runs better than the base Switch. That's all you need to know, which no shit, obviously. I would hope so. Apparently battery life is worse though. So that's not great. That sucks. The main thing that they were the first thing that they talked about was online chat. They were very passionate about the online chat.
You have to pay for Switch Online, and then you get access to basically dollar store Discord.
Which isn't going to be as good. But you know what? I will say, I've been saying that, I was saying this definitely feels like somebody who's a little too far behind the time, slowly catching up. But
I have heard some positive buzz about the idea of being able to play with your friends and see their faces while they're gaming.
There's some funny shit with that. There's some Mario Party footage where you've got like your friends in the pipe. That shit is hilarious. Hey Thatch, welcome back. Because I know you want to talk about this stuff too. I know you're fiending
the chat. Yeah. We're talking about the chat, right? Chat features.
We're talking about the chat right now. Yes.
Yep.
They're also selling a camera too. Sold separately, of course.
So
of course.
Here's.
Chug that.
Sorry, my biggest desire. Dude, have you guys had brisk tea? It's so good. Anyway,
I've had it. I don't like it.
Dude. Well, I don't like you anymore. So I don't even like your big dick.
Cock is shrinking in his brain. I hope you realize
that. My biggest desire for the Switch, aside from like decent technical specs and some good games, obviously, good games is the biggest thing that matters the most. Anything, good games. Which, by the way, looks like it's got good games. So big win.
It should be runs functionally and then good games.
Runs good games.
Can survive.
Aside from those things, the thing I wanted most was an expanded community feature, a la the Wii U with like Miiverse and all the social apps. Because I think Nintendo used to be great at shipping a console where even if you didn't buy a single game, there was still a ton of cool shit you could do just in the home screen. And it really was a good, unique part of their identity. And I was really excited, and they kind of like half did that and half didn't. Like the chat is fine, but it could just be a Discord link, like I'm sure a lot of people are saying. Yeah. Now, it looks like it functions good. It looks like, you can do a lot of cool shit with it. I know that it lags your friends' games when they're playing, but it looks like it doesn't lag your game, supposedly. We'll see.
Again, good on them for showing that. I would have been really shitty for them to be like, look at your 4K friend gameplay that isn't actually happening.
But and it's all cool, and I like all the features, and it looks very like intuitive and like it functions. But like, no Miiverse, none of that. So the chat's like cool, and it like looks like it's gonna work well. And sure, like I would be the concept of me and Braden and you like playing a Switch game like Mario Party or something online.
I see your dumbass heads flying around. You're not being subtle at all.
I'm being robbed right now. Anyway, is very cool, and I like that. It makes me happy. But I'm a little nervous about the fact that there's no community support really in terms of like stuff on the console. So
sorry, they're not doing the fun stuff anymore. They're really focused on just like we got the bare minimum and we're gonna do it. Yeah. Which is fine. It's tolerable. It just doesn't feel like that identity of what Nintendo was back in the day is definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not really a thing anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah. I threw a shield at the cat and it fell on the couch.
He's a defender.
I got what was coming to me.
I specifically wrote down strong ass magnets. That's what I wrote down. Because these are like industry grade fucking car magnets that like lock in. I sure hope so. Can you imagine
So
just
you
playing a
can't.
game?
So unless you like
Yeah.
force it, it's apparently pretty difficult to just magnet them on and take them off. In order to remove them, you need to hold down a button which releases them.
I was worried about that. I was worried about how
I'm
strong they
sure
would be.
Ty's gonna come in here and be like, pull it apart.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
Well, you
I'm
know,
sure you
when
can do it.
when I'm playing Mario Party and I just and then my screen goes flying away. And I've
We're
just
gonna
got
see some
Joy-Cons in
videos.
my hands.
We're gonna see some videos of some jacked motherfuckers playing the game, and they're gonna be like, "I fucking broke it." It's like you did that because you're giant and you're huge,
Yeah.
scary.
But yeah, I'm not concerned about any structural stability or any like.
Mhm.
People were nervous that the things were gonna like the Joy-Cons were gonna move side to side a little
Right.
bit. I'm not worried about any of that anymore. I think it'll be fine.
Well, I assume it's enough of a surface where it's just kind of like locks in, like you don't really have to. There
Yeah, and
wouldn't
it's
be
a
enough.
strong enough
surface.
magnet that you can't like.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
if strong.
interesting. Again, the
Yeah.
idea of it being a magnet does worry me, but again, if they're shipping this thing out, it's not gonna be a rinky dink fucking little guy.
Just,
you know,
just
it's gonna
just it being a magnet is kind of cringe. It just
Yeah,
makes you
it's-
cringe, you know.
The concept of magnets
little
a bit
cringe.
cringe.
No, magnets
Ty-
are great. Magnets are
Ty,
the
you're
only
the
real
magnet
magic
man.
in the world.
You're the magnet man.
I think it's cringe because I like the sliding in. I like the clips.
I
that
do
it
too.
makes.
I do
Yeah.
too. I get why they changed it. I get that there was problems with it, but again, at the same time,
Mhm.
it's also not as switchy now. Now it's more of a clicky. You know, it's more of a. You know,
Also,
what the hell is that all about?
It's not as switchy now. It's more clicky.
It's a clicky now.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that means.
Click
Also,
it doesn't switch. them.
if they are that strong of magnets, if you just let it like pop in, magnets can break shit when they're that strong.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What we should do is we should just point our switches open to just random shit and just like have it magnetized to the console, like a cool magnet gun. You're just
Yeah,
like,
just put it next to your grandpa's
Yeah,
hearing
yeah.
aid and see what happens.
You know, when your
Right,
kid's
Grandpa.
playing with metal shavings for their science experiment or whatever, and spills the container on your switch, and then it all just collects, and you can never clean it off.
Grandma's walking down the street. Got my switch out. Bye, Kane from
Her
Grandma.
dentures come out.
I was gonna say
I
her
don't think
Kane.
it's going to turn you into Magneto. Come on.
It's a very strong magnet.
eggs with these
You're gonna be holding your phone next to while you're playing your Switch, and your phone just all the battery is sucked out of it.
That's the best mental image. They're going up to a
Don't put it
big.
next to your baby when they're sleeping. It might steal its fucking soul
It's like-
with those strong magnets.
They're going up to the vault door in the
If you
Daredevil
put a
episode.
if you
They
put a
got their switches
Joy-Con
out.
and a Switch between your baby's done.
Your baby, yeah, he gets ready. Magnet poisoning.
Yeah, Switch is just gonna fly through him.
That's the one way to defeat Wolverine. I got a lot of stuff about prices. We're gonna wait.
Oh, fuck.
I got prices and release dates, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Right back, guys.
Run through the games.
Okay.
Run through the games.
I will, but I will say the very first thing they talk. Also, I do want to know there's an alternate camera being sold for the Switch 2, which is a piranha plant. I think that's fucking cute. It's very cute. It's very cute, and the mouth can open and close. It's very sweet.
That's
It is cute. Also, the shittiest thing I think they're doing is Nintendo's really being a couple of shitheads this time around because they are offering. They're like, well, the console's kind of complicated, so we're gonna give you a demo of an experience. Yeah, you have to pay for it.
Yep.
It could be $3. Everyone could be crying for nothing. But again, why would you even
No,
charge for it in the
you
first
don't
place?
have-
It should
you-
be free.
Being charged for a tech demo that should
It
just
should be
come
free.
with the console
It
is bullshit.
It's like PS5 came with Astrobot, like
Yeah,
just
Astro's
for
Playroom
free.
or whatever.
Yeah, it was, and that's a great tech
This is-
demo.
This is the shit I'm talking about. No one remembers this, but on the Nintendo 3DS, there was a game that came logged download on the console where you could take a photo of your grandpa's head and turn him into a scary helicopter alien. And
Yes,
shoot
I
him.
fucking love that game.
That was great.
That was
3DS.
peak.
That was
game was so
great.
good.
3DS had some of the
That's-
best stuff like that. It was so good.
That's what I'm talking about. And this was the perfect opportunity to do that again, and they made you pay for it.
No, you have
Where'd
to
you
pay
pay
for it
for?
again. It could be like $1, but it still would be like, well, why the hell? What's even the
Nintendo
point?
they are greedy fuckers nowadays.
They are greedy. They've made their bag eternally. It is forever, and they will. Because we talked about this we've said this multiple times this week. The literally doesn't fucking matter. We can complain about it all we want. It does not matter. We are fucked either way. We'll get to more of that later. Okay, let's talk about the actual main games. Starting off, of course, with Mario Kart World, which I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, I know that they went in order with the games. Can you rapid fire the games we don't care about so that we can get through some of this?
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right.
I agree. Yeah, just rapid fire the random ones.
Well, I don't know what I have a very. I went and I have my list is in order, Ty. You
I
fucked me
understand,
over.
but like, there's just a bunch of bullshit games that they talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, pick out the Nintendo big ones and say all the other ones.
You've broken me. I had a whole process. You're fucking.
I understand, but this is gonna take ages if we go through every single game.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about the big ones first and then rapid fire. That's what I was going to do. Whatever.
I think it makes more sense to rapid fire than big ones.
Fine. Okay, we're getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions of previous games where they're charging more for them and adding a little bit of content. Like Mario Party Jamboree. This is the full title. Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Jamboree TV. That's the full title.
That one's pretty cool. I like that one as a Mario Party fan. The other ones, I don't know.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom,
like
Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Zelda Notes, which is an app that allows you to not
just
use
open your phone.
Guess what? Slight performance enhancement, and that's it. And you have to pay for it.
Yep. Or you can, and if you have the original games, you can pay for an upgrade pack. You can pay for the upgrade pack. I think it's like $30, but you can do it.
I know. It sounds like they're
mostly it looks slightly better.
Sounds like they're going to be $10 for the basic ones and $20 for the bigger ones. Is what I heard.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Starcross World. Never played it, so I don't know. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Okay, cool. I want to play Metroid Prime 4. Looks pretty sick, but I'm probably just going to get
Switch 1, so you can get it.
I'm just going to get the one on Switch 1 and then just put it on my Switch 2 because there's no fucking point. Pokemon Legends ZA. These titles get worse and worse. Good God. Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Cool. This is not a big game, but we're going to quickly mention this. Drag X, which actually means and, I guess now. Drive. This is the wheelchair basketball game that uses the mouse tech demo because they were showing how you can play the Joy-Cons like a mouse now, which is kind of cool. I don't think we needed a whole game for that.
Well, Braden, actually, that's very inconsiderate of you because wheelchair-bound sports enjoyers deserve representation too. Okay,
that's fair. They're robots whose legs don't work.
That would have been a perfect game to include on the console for free. Anyway.
And also, they make silly hand gestures, which is really funny. They got giant hands. Every time they get a dunk, they're just like. It's really funny. I love it. Or they're going like they're doing this shit. It's actually that's my favorite part of the whole game. Okay. I'm just going to run through this and then talk about the more important stuff later. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, Hades 2, Street Fighter 6, Daemon X Machina Titanic Ski On.
I don't even know
Shut the fuck up.
You just said. Yeah, what?
Split Fiction, EA Sports FC, Hogwarts Legacy, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition. What?
Hitman on the Switch is crazy.
You say SpongeBob?
Well, there's a part in the Tony Hawk when they show it where Tony Hawk.
They do, yes. They go to SpongeBob World.
Skating in Bikini Bottom, and they did not elaborate. They just showed a real.
You said that like a child. You were like SpongeBob.
Well, I just remember that. It's like what a weird. They just show him in Bikini Bottom, and I'm like,
what?
You
just had a flash in your brain of like SpongeBob.
Well, I was writing down the titles. I was going back and forth from my notes to the stream I was doing on my phone, and then I looked up. I saw the SpongeBob thing. I was like, is this a SpongeBob game? And then they don't elaborate. Yeah, they're just like, oh, he's in Bikini Bottom. I guess I don't know. Fucking know. Project 007 is a new James Bond game. Cool. It's being done by the Hitman people. That's really sick.
Yeah, it's their next game. Very exciting.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster.
The only Square Enix game they talked about for this fucking console, which is Square Enix has pissed me off lately.
That's not true, technically, Ty.
Oh, really? What did they say?
Well,
Final Fantasy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
They added another name to the remake, fucking whatever.
Okay. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. This one got me. I thought this was a Breath of the Wild style game where you could play as Zelda.
Oh week, man. I've been lifting heavy shit, man. They make me lift all the heavy shit at work. My back hurts like hell, dude. It hurts.
Anyways, I got baited because I thought, is it a Breath of the Wild game where we play as Zelda? No, I mean you play as Zelda.
I wish.
This is cool. This is obvious but cool, and I like this relationship that they have with the main Zelda. Also, this one is weird because it's a sequel and a prequel because of the way the time
this one
works.
Might actually be directly connected. Like the trailer actually implies that it's directly connected. Mm-hmm. So
Calamity was a little. Calamity was kind of
an alternate time.
There's no way they're going to be able to like go back and like contradict lore in it because they're not making a third version of this Zelda. So it'll probably remain untempted.
If this is the real story, that's great. You got a full trilogy of the timeline, and then also you got the happy ending timeline. So you got a nice tight quadrilogy of games in this for this Zelda and this Link.
Yes.
This made me so happy. They announced the Nintendo Online GameCube thing, which is great. Finally getting to play GameCube
only
games.
on Switch 2, so fuck me, I guess.
Yep. The games they specifically talked about were Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. Both all solid games.
Soul Calibur 2 is why I'm mad, because I fucking grew up and I fucking love that game.
Mm-hmm. I will say they did show more, but I don't remember what they were. I don't.
Was there a Kirby something?
Or you blazed past something I wanted to mention before Soul Calibur. Oh, GameCube. Sorry. Yes.
GameCube. Yes.
Oh, Wind Waker.
Wind Waker.
Soul Calibur
on GameCube. GameCube.
Which
Nintendo.
is
sick. There's one thing that is so Wind Waker on GameCube almost kind of like confirms they're not doing a Wind Waker re-release or remaster of any kind for Switch.
It's interesting because you'd think they would just re-release the Wii U one.
You know what they didn't do that for and was glaringly missing? Probably the most famous GameCube game of all time. Actually, the entire franchise was missing. They didn't show Smash Brothers Melee on the GameCube, and I'm wondering if rather than a new Smash, we're going to get a Melee remaster on the Switch.
Well, I was going to say, is the...
remake. Maybe probably a remake.
This is the question, though. They have the N64. Is Smash on the N64 online or no?
I could check right now. It would require grabbing my Switch.
I don't
probably
think
not worth it. I don't think it is, though. I don't think they've ever put any of the old Smash games on these things, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I was curious about that.
I mean, Smash 1 is cute, but it's like basically a prototype.
Oh, yeah, of course. But it would be fun for just to have it, you know.
But yeah, so maybe a remake of Melee.
That'd be cool. That would be That would be a Chad move.
It'd be a smart way to like usurp the lack of Sakurai and the how do you follow up Smash Ultimate. It'd be a Zig where we thought they'd Zig.
Sakurai's working on Kirby Air Riders.
Yes, he is. The next thing they announced was Deltarune Chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4 are brand new. We didn't...
Deltarune. Who cares?
So Zach loves it, so he'll be very happy. Well, I mean, Deltarune Chapter 2 came out like 2 years ago or something, so it's kind of cool to see. They're dropping 3 and 4 at the same time is interesting. Borderlands 4, bleh. Civ 7, bleh. WW2K... Whatever, who cares about these? I wrote Survival Kids. I said looks like a fake mobile game ad. It looks like one of those ads where it's like 3D and it's like, oh no, we must build the base to help defend them against the raiders. And it's got like it felt like such a brain rot ad. I was like watching. I was like, why is this on the Nintendo Switch stream? I was sitting here going like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Enter the Gungeon 2. Star Seeker Astroneer Expeditions. It's just a bunch of. It was just a bunch of fucking astronauts standing in a room. That's the whole trailer. It's like I don't care about that. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. Crazy to see this game on Switch. That's bizarre. I know it's new Switch, but still wild.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. This is where
what
shit
does
starts.
the integrate part mean? What the fuck?
No idea. I assume maybe both.
They just wanted. They just had a bet they couldn't add another subtitle to the game, and
They're
Right.
getting to the king. They're gonna get to the Kingdom Hearts names soon, where they just start throwing random shit in there. This is where some of these names are fucking wild. I cannot wait to read these guys to you. We've got Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess. Don't remember even what this was. The one trailer that made people fucking pee was Hollow Knight Silk Song. People fucking freaked out over this because that game has been in development hell for like fucking years, since like 2022.
I can confirm my girlfriend freaked out when they showed that.
Yeah.
So.
Every fan was like, "Oh my god, it's like 3 seconds of gameplay," and then it ends because this was in a sizzle reel. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Okay. Goodnight Universe looked kind of fun. You're playing as like a psychic baby who's like throwing shit around. That's kind of cool. Got like a cool art style.
The baby gets its powers from the magnets in the Switch.
I don't
literally
remember seeing that. What?
The trailer starts. It's like his parents like looking down. Like, this is weird. It's called, and then you see the baby and his hand sticks out. And, like, flows a bunch of books around. I'm like, this okay? All right, you got me. It's more interesting than half the shit they revealed. 2 Point Museum. Okay. Wild Hearts S. Witchbrook. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. We're just adding S's to titles now. Apparently, that's the new thing.
Which?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's okay. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Cool. We talked about that already.
Braden
Star
can't catch
Wars
a break this
Outlaw. No, I'm
Hey, nobody fucking cares.
I got owned.
It's actually really smart time made to do this first because God, this is a lot of games.
Oh, there's so much more. All right, Star Wars Outlaw. No, okay, this one's good. Nobunga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition. Which sounds like something I made up. Like, it doesn't sound real.
It sounds like a Renzo episode.
Ironical.
No bunga's ambition.
Nobunga's Ambition. Fast Fusion looks like a racing game. Shadow Labyrinth. That's the Pac-Man shit game that from the what's it called?
The sequel level.
Raido Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army. Okay, this title is the one that gets me the most. This is the most fucking brain rot title I've ever read in my life. Not actual brain rot. Okay, No Sleep for Kaname. Data from AI. The Somonym Files. That's a whole game. Couldn't tell you what it is. Don't ever care to know.
Who let bro cook?
Who let these guys make this shit up? Reanimal. It looks like it's being made by the people who did what's the yellow jacket game that you love, Thatch? What's it called?
What?
The kid with the yellow jacket that runs around. What's it called?
The
Little
Nightmares.
Little Nightmares. Yeah, it looks like it's being done by those people.
That's
What?
I mean, it was accurate. Fortnite, which is like, wow, what a shocker. What a surprise.
No way.
I can play Fortnite on my left kneecap, for Christ's sake. Like,
You're going to be able to play Fortnite on my T86 fucking calculator, which I don't have. Arcade Archives 2, Ridge Racer, cool. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. They should have told us Steam's been around for a while, bud. Tamagotchi Plaza, not to be confused with Tamagotchi Life. That's a different franchise. Human Fall Flat 2. The Dusk Bloods, which is the brand new Souls game.
It is
exclusive for Switch.
A brand new IP from FromSoft. It's a Souls-like. It's exclusive to Switch 2. It's like a spiritual successor to Bloodborne. People are excited and pissed.
And mad because it's not Bloodborne. Yes.
No,
and then the last
because it's exclusive to Switch 2.
Yeah, that as well. Yes. And then the last thing that we'll really talk about, because not talk about that much is what I'm trying to say. Kirby Air Riders, a sequel to a game, obscure ass fucking GameCube game that had a very cult following, and sure enough, it's being headed by Masahiro Sakurai of all things, which is okay, sure.
Well, that guy loves Kirby to death.
I mean, it's his son. He created him.
Yeah.
It's his boy.
And he kisses him
all right.
on the lips.
He kisses him. Let's just say that he kisses him.
What's
Kirby doesn't have lips.
He could if he wanted to. He's
got
a
a-
malleable form.
I guess he can. Yeah, you're right. He can just turn into a man and just. Has there ever been art of Kirby as just a man?
Just a man, but with really like voluptuous lips.
He's like pulling back all the features of the man. He's still got the Kirby eyes, but then he's got like the man lips, so he's got like the man profile. Like, like I'm curious. That has to exist. Someone has to have done that. Okay, talk about Mario Kart first.
Yeah, let's talk about Mario Kart.
So this is sick. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is really the first teaser trailer did not do this game justice. I think, because it was nothing. It was just the desert. Yeah, he's going actually. So this really this kind of sold me on this game. I was kind of like, okay, all right. It's a great concept. It looks like a lot of fun. Ty's fighting back the urge to want to complain about something. I know.
You keep being vague. You're not saying anything.
Yeah, just say it's an open world. It is an open world Mario Kart.
You're like,
oh, fine.
It's great. It's so special. It's
I'm just talking about my thoughts. If you want to get specific, go ahead. I'm just talking about my thoughts.
No, go ahead.
Well, say what the game is, and then your thoughts.
Yeah.
There's like a logical
open world Mario Kart game, which has never been done before. Hate my life. It's super ambitious. It's got the biggest character cast. You just play as a bunch of fucking randos, which is like cows and like a fish bone. Which is, I'm not gonna lie. I think when people said add more characters in Mario Kart, I don't think they meant just grab random ass enemies that don't matter. I think they meant more like dedicated characters. But okay. Or like the fucking guys from Delfino Plot, like the blue things that the upchucks, I think they're called, the things that shoot you up. It's so random. I mean, yeah, it's a massive world. It's super. Okay, you go ahead, Thatch. I'm burning out here.
You just said like 800 game titles, so I totally understand.
Yeah. I fucking know Bunga's ambition. Or whatever.
So it's an open world game, and instead of you can play it like a traditional Mario Kart where you just do it like a thing, like where it's just levels you go to. But if
you have to drive
do that
from course to course.
No, you don't.
Really?
You can do. They showed them assembling them, like creating a playlist, and it's like you can just play it like straight up, like a normal Mario Kart. But you do that if you have no sauce. If you want to be cool and have aura, then you drive to each one like a badass. And you do them in the map. I am not a Mario Kart guy, really. To me, it's like doing the same thing over and over and over again. I just can't. But this shit is cool. Like, this is dope. This is Mario Kart's Mario Odyssey. This is Mario Kart's Zelda Breath of the Wild. I love the name. I think it's great with the title of Mario World being like they did 3D Mario World, they did Super Mario World. This is very it not only is it just like, oh, the Mario games use world, but also it actually ties into the game design. I think it's dope. I think it's a bold move, but I think it's the exact kind of thing that they should have done
it's ballsy. It's got balls.
It's ballsy.
I was saying Thatch and I are on different ends of the spectrum when it comes to this, because he's a Mario Party guy. I'm a Mario Kart guy. I never was really into Mario Party growing up.
So the big difference between those two things is Braden doesn't have friends and I do.
Exactly.
I'm kidding.
I grew up, I played.
Joke's
I played Mario
on
Kart
you. Wii. I like Mario Party, but I play alone.
Yeah. He plays against.
Play with you any fucking day, Tyler. Come on, man.
No, we played with your brother last time I was over. That was fun. Yeah. That was fun. I'll say the worlds and shit look fantastic. All the areas and there's some crazy cities and shit. It looks insane. Obviously we're seeing that art style shift here with a lot of the characters. Donkey Kong and Bowser and Mario. They all look slightly different. Obviously.
Editor, put a Peach in the booty shorts.
I mean, you're the editor. You go ahead.
I know.
You do it. You do what you want, buddy.
Myself.
I'm just gonna be busy.
I know.
I don't know what you're gonna do with that. Just put up the picture. There you go.
Yeah. Put up the picture.
Fair enough. Like I said, I think the desert world was probably the lamest one to start off with because it's so empty and barren. And you see all this, and you're like, "Oh my god!" Like this really gives you a sense of everything, and it just looks phenomenal. Like I will say, Mario Kart 9 is like the definitive Mario Kart game. If you want like just a solid, like you just want to play quick races, there you go. That's what you should go for. This is a different experience. They shouldn't be treated as the same thing. This is bigger, and this is its own thing. Which is cool.
It's almost the title, by the way, changing from instead of being a number or labeled as a number, right? The title changing to Mario World almost implies it's like a different series. Like it's almost like it's not Mario Kart 10 or Mario Kart 9. It is its own, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's a
and
spin-off.
like Mario Kart's been weird in the last couple of years. Like Double Dash was fucking bizarre. It was like Double Dash was crazy.
It wasn't bizarre.
I mean, it was bizarre, dude.
Also, that was not the last couple of years. That was GameCube.
Well, let me hold on.
Bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Hold on. Double Dash came out, and it was very particular. It was very interesting. And then Wii and DS kind of came out, and they kind of started to, make a formula that they kept building off of. So Mario Kart 7 added the vehicle customization, and then 8 added the different environments where you're driving on the walls and shit like that, and then 9 perfected that. I mean, obviously 9, or not 9, sorry, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that's what I meant to say, obviously is the best version of that game, and again, is the most definitive Mario Kart. It is like the Smash Ultimate of Mario Kart games. It's got a billion stages, got a bunch of characters. You can play as fucking Link in it. Like, you can do, there's so much shit in that game. It's dope. But again, this is a different experience, and it should be, and I think it looks great. I think it looks really solid. Excited to play it, maybe. If it happens.
Well, here's the real kicker. You want to buy this game physically at the store, it's going to cost you $90 fucking dollars.
If you're American.
$90 fucking dollars.
Actually, can I hold on? I want to see if
Might
prices
actually
are
be
officially
more
up.
than that pretty soon.
Yeah, that's true. It might be.
Let's see. I want to see if prices are up. I want to see. I don't think they are. Let me check. You guys keep going. Sorry. And yeah, $80 digital.
You have the
and $80 digital. It is obscenely overpriced. It is just, it's fucking stupid. It's honestly, it sucks.
It's bad.
The price that they announced the Switch at might be subject to change very soon. Was $450. You could get Mario Kart World for $50 if you get the bundle with the Switch. So you could save $30. But might not be saving much money soon.
I'll tell you right now. For me, right now, Nintendo Switch 2 and the Mario Kart bundle for right now is $700.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Canadian.
For now.
So, oh wait, does it say the actual price here? Hold on, please give me the actual price. I just want to know what the Canadian price is.
Actually, they should be importing directly to Canada for you, so the Switch price shouldn't have an issue.
I mean, it's still goddamn expensive either way. It's still like, we're talking.
Like, the price it is for you is probably going to be, I mean, not the Canadian, buffer, but
right.
It won't change for the EU or Britain or anything like that, probably.
I'll tell you first and foremost. I'll tell you truthfully. With tax, games are probably going to be $120, which is fucking brutal. That is insane. Because a game right now, if I were to buy a game on my PS5,
we're cooked, boys.
We're cooked. Yeah, no, we're in an epic.
I will say the silver lining might be that that's very unsustainable in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
For every single game to be that cost, so you might start to see Nintendo stuff go on sale more, maybe.
I certainly hope so, but they have been bastards about it, so I doubt it. Yeah, so that's ridiculous. Also, thanks for fucking worming out physical collectors completely. You guys are complete dicks.
Well, real scumbag move. Go.
Yeah, you can get a game $10 cheaper.
Where's Reggie? Show me Reggie. Where's Reggie?
He doesn't work there anymore. Calm down.
This wasn't Reggie's decision. This was fucking. This was
We must sacrifice him.
This is about no what we hired. They let a guy in power
they
named
need-
Doug
they need a
Yeah,
Bowser.
they hired an actual villain.
They hired the villain. Reggie should have known better than to hire Bowser. He had evil intentions.
Reggie Fils-Aimé had no say in the matter.
Also, they did delay the console launch, right?
Well,
They
here's
delayed the
thing.
pre-order.
They delayed
Not
the
the
pre-order,
console
not
launch.
the launch.
They delayed-
They delayed the pre-order because they have to
Right.
reassess because of
Yes.
the tariffs, the big thing
Yes.
we've been avoiding.
So they
The
might-
price is probably going to increase.
Right. So they were like, we don't want to promise people can pay this much right now because we might want to raise the price in lieu of the tariffs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because for these geniuses, they knew that the tariff. There's no way they didn't know that the tariffs were coming the same day they had the reveal stream. So,
Yes.
bad
timed.
timing.
Yeah. Then I guess there's only one more game to talk about.
Really?
Yeah, I think so for the big ones. We talked about Kirby.
Sorry.
We talked about.
I swear you said.
That's
Well, he's
Well,
got a
yeah,
list.
for more
I
than
trust. He's got a list.
I mean, Thatch doesn't remember. He would have remembered something else.
that. No, I thought you said
What?
you were excited for more than 2 games.
Well, I talked about the ones that I was interested in.
He wrote a list. I trust him. He wrote a
All
list. I
right,
trust
all right. I'll shut the fuck.
I'm real.
All right, all right.
I mean, I already fucking talked about No Bungo's Ambition. I'm really excited for that one.
Speaking of ambition, go ahead.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. Okay. There's gonna be some hot opinions here. Okay. Ty, I already know you don't like Donkey Kong. I get it. Okay.
I don't
get it.
like that he's wearing jeans. Otherwise,
Well,
He's gotta hide he's gotta hide the
it looks
cock
like-
somehow, Ty.
but
Okay.
it looks like,
like-
it's like a Mario Odyssey like skin system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Wow. Hey, actually, I've
Go
talked.
off, King.
Okay, so it is a brand new for the first time since Donkey Kong 64, brand new 3D platformer Donkey Kong game. Looks to be done by the same people who did Odyssey, as far as I can tell. Art style very
big Mario
similar.
team vibes.
Yes. This clearly had a lot of budget and effort put into it, which is like, thank God. You know, it's not like the Peach game where that came out and like nobody talked about it for like after the month it came out.
The Peach game might as well have been like a learning
Footnote.
game.
Yes. So the game. Why did you send just her? You bastard.
I know you need a little motivation sometimes.
Yeah,
do.
you need a little shot in the arm, you know.
My Kong guess. Okay. So, well, first of all, the game
She's
is
holding
very
a butt
much.
plug.
No, isn't it? That's her tail.
No, that's
Oh
she's
no.
holding.
Oh, I see. I think it's fragrance. I don't even know what it is.
That's a
It's
butt
fragrance.
plug.
That's Jimmy's. That's Jimmy's fragrance. If I ever did.
I
see
know what a butt plug looks like.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Only men with massive schlongs do.
That's true.
Okay, so
Comes
the
with the
main the main thing of the game, the main gameplay is how everything is fucking destructive. Everything. It's
Yeah.
not like in a game where like we've got destructible environments. You blow up a wall. It's pretty cool.
No,
No.
Donkey Kong is a force of nature.
You get to pick up and break the ground and fucking you. There. One of my favorite clips from the entire trailer is he breaks a part of the ground off. He spins it. He jumps and rides on it and rides into enemies. It's fucking crazy, man.
He tunnels through and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's digging through grounds, he's smashing, and just that level, that screams Nintendo to me. That is the perfect thing that they would do. Just make this insanely fun, just destruction simulator, basically. Gave me Wario World vibe, or like Wario vibes with like the games where you're supposed to shake and like beat shit up. Like that's sort of the vibe I got from it when I first saw it.
So this, I was talking about it. It's like destructible environments have existed for a while, but it'd be like, in the past, it'd be like, whoa, an infamous second sun. You can like blow up the exterior side of a window
You
or
can
something.
take a
You know what I
woman
mean?
and throw her through a skyscraper.
Right, but it's
I don't
not
know,
like.
I don't think Donkey Kong's gonna be throwing women through
It's
sides.
not,
No, I'm
or
talking
it'd be
about
like you
Infamous.
know.
knock over the trash can or break the fire hydrant, but it was never like. But Nintendo's like, actually, let's just base an entire game around a destructible
It's
environment.
built into the gameplay. It's not just an extra thing.
Yeah.
Even Rivals
Where
has like
mechanics
destructive.
are destroying the world.
Yes. Yeah, and it will reward you for it because it looks like you're getting gold. You're getting gold, man. Getting lots of gold.
Gold
Like I
is
said,
buried in every inch of the earth.
I am sad
I mean,
to
it's
not.
the Mario world, so yeah, it makes
Yes.
sense.
It's a very easy economy. You just take money from anywhere.
Yeah,
You just
there's no poverty in this world.
Hey, yo,
Apparently
Ty,
not.
after the tariff said I can give you a couple shrooms and we can go to the Mario world and get
Yeah.
The worst joke ever. Shit, I lost track. No, I am a little sad to not see more Donkey. Well, we did see Cranky. Cranky Kong is in the trailer. I've been recently informed that Cranky Kong is in that trailer, which is nice.
exactly everyone else gets a redesign. Cranky Kong, the same guy.
Basically exactly the same. Yeah, actually, we see monkeys very similar to Diddy, so I'm sure Diddy will show up at some point.
Unless they're
Killed.
erasing him from
He's
continuity.
been killed. He was in the movie, so I think he's still around.
Yeah, but he wasn't a character in the movie, he was a background.
No, he's a little guy. It's true. I fucking am deeply in love. Hold on. I'm deeply in love with the new Kong designs. I think they are in the villains. They look insane. They are. Is the cat okay?
He's
Freaking.
fine.
Yeah. She is like okay, obviously, but like just look at the character designs. Zoom back. Zoom. Too close,
She's coming
man.
for you.
Give her a
Getting
kiss.
too close.
She's
like,
Brayden, give her a kiss.
I'm not doing it.
Kiss.
I'm not doing it.
Kiss the chimp.
That's all you get. Your screen's going dark, my man. You gotta pull that back. She's like Bayonetta chimp. That's pretty great. The big like miner, the big miner guy, fucking awesome. I love his miner. I love his stupid chin hair. It's just like spiky and looks inconvenient and not fun.
You're talking about Jack Black Steve right now, right? That
Yeah, I'm talking about Jack Black Steve. Yeah, he as a child he yearned for the mines.
Wow.
And then the weird little shithead is like I don't even know what's wrong with him. He's got
He seems like the boss.
Weird little.
He's
He got
tweaked the hell out.
he got fed after midnight.
He's very gremlin. He's very gremlin ass. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
He's clearly the main villain though, or at least the boss.
I think Thatch pitched. Oh man, he said like if King K. Rool was in this game, I'd fucking scream into the heavens.
I was thinking about that at work. I was like, man, I love all this, but I wish King K. Rool was in it. And then I was like, well, maybe he is though.
If he's like the twist, like surprise villain, I will fucking scream because in this art style.
Redesigned. Oh man.
Yep. I will be
Jack, he's got a V Jack cat body.
You have no idea.
He's just like a Dorito. He's like, yeah.
You have no idea how much the Smash trailer like made me fall in love with that character. Oh my god! And now I'm just like obsessed with King K. Rool.
Braden would be sad if he was jacked though. Braden wants him to be fat.
Well, I think you can make him fat and jacked at the same time. You gotta find like sumo wrestler. You know they're jacked. Jack fat black. Put I am Steve on screen right now.
Jacked fat.
Wait, no. Put the Chinese poster. Put the Chinese poster of Steve where his chest is hanging out like 5,000 miles away. You seen that? Okay.
Yeah.
Long story short, this game looks incredible. It is such a great. I don't think it's coming launch day, but I think it, especially since launch day is the same. I don't think this is launch day. I think it's like July or something. But it's adjacent launch like. Same
I think
year,
it's in the fall. I think they said like November.
No, it's July. It's like it's either July or June. It's one of the two.
All right, fuck me, I guess. Whatever.
I'm gonna fact check.
It's 7. What is 7? Is that July?
That is July.
Yes, then I believe it's July. But I also could be wrong. I might be making this shit up. I don't know anything.
7 came after 10. Oh well, whatever.
7, 8, 9, my friend. Don't you know this?
Hey.
Why did 7?
You remember what the
July 17th.
Why did he do that?
July 17th. Yeah. So it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking excited. It looks so good. It requires me spending a shit ton of money on a Switch 2, and I'm like already having to grapple with that mental decision, but it's like this game looks so fucking. It looks as good as when I first saw Odyssey, I was like in love with it, and all I wanted to do is play it. I'm getting the exact same feeling here. All I want to do is play this. It looks so good.
That's really sweet. Speaking of, where the fuck's Mario?
Mario's dead.
In a cart, dude.
No, where's
He's
main
in a-
series Mario? Where's main 3D Mario? When did fucking Odyssey come out? 2014 or some shit?
2017, Tyler.
14.
The Switch has
Either
been
way,
going for a long
too
time.
goddamn long. It's been almost a decade.
Yeah. I agree. We do need a new 3D Mario game. I am worried that they put all their doves into making this instead, and now it's going to take even longer for. I don't think so. I think they have something in the works. I think they have to. Right? There's no way they're not working on another 3D
Somehow,
Mario game
The
after
time
all this time.
between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is shorter than Mario Odyssey and next Mario.
Fun fact: we have known each other about in that same time. Like we met in that same time. Like
Yeah.
that game is old.
It's fucked up. This is bullshit. Where's
It's
Mario?
fucked up. I do. Yes, I agree. But if this is
Listen.
what
I prefer Sonic. But Nintendo, you're letting Sonic eat Mario's lunch. What are you doing?
I will say, if Mario, if this is what we're getting before we wait for Mario, we're eating fucking good. we're
Yeah,
not money wise. We're spending a lot of money on that food, but
They
it
gotta
is
have they gotta
very
have a
good food.
strong they gotta have a strong second year. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended next year with the new Mario. I also think what
What?
on Will's me. I'm in a
Just tell him
podcast.
to F off. Yeah,
Didn't he do that last episode?
he did.
He does this every freaking Friday. Anyway, I do think Splatoon 4 is also probably going to come out probably around next year. It's been a good minute since Splatoon 3 came out, which I know people who don't play Splatoon are like, there's been like they shit out of Splatoon every year, right? But it's actually been quite a while for Splatoon since the last one.
Yeah, it started in
So-
2014, so you've got games basically since
So
2014.
I think there's a good chance the new Splatoon comes out next year.
Is that all we have to say on the Switch? Is that basically it? Talked about
What money?
We said the thing about the
much-
prices probably getting raised. So yep.
Right. I mean, let's just look at it like this. This is a fucking greedy shit show either way. Even before the prices are crazy, man. The game prices going up is ridiculous. Like, aren't games $60 over there?
No, 70.
No, 70.
New,
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, they did
a
go up.
$20 jump for a physical game.
Not worth it. Again,
No.
guess what? No one wants to spend $90 if it's $90 on a game at this point. So
Yeah.
we're all going digital, and then oops, physical's dead. Oopsie.
Oops.
Sorry.
Yeah. Last
We killed physical media.
Last game that I got when it came out was Star Wars Outlaws, and that game sucks.
Yeah.
The suck people don't want to get.
No, yeah, it's really bad. It's really boring.
You got like hours in, and then your game breaks itself, and then you're like, this game fucking sucks.
No, I got like 2 hours in, and then yeah,
Okay.
I had a game-breaking bug, and I had to wait for a patch so I could continue.
Oh,
And then I got
that's
more
annoying.
hours in, and I was like, this is boring and bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right. Brayden, talk about the tits, right?
Marvel Rebels!
No foreplay, huh? I ain't talking about Marvel Rivals. I didn't want to talk about it this week, but guess what? There's news. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure
you
you did.
did.
Sure you
What do
did.
you want? You've talked about it every week where there's only 2 skins. They announced the new season, and you're not going to talk about it?
Well, I'm saying they didn't. I didn't know they were announcing new
Every
season.
Oh,
week
okay.
they reveal another
Yeah, okay.
white woman. Every week they give her a Gooner skin, and every week you talk about it.
If the news is just a couple
Speaking
skins, I
of,
want-
oh
Alright.
boy.
All right, let's talk about season 2. We've got the Hellfire Gala season going on. We got a trailer with the brand new Vanguard, Emma
Krakoa
Frost.
is canon.
Krakoa is canon. Actually, they mentioned Krakoa a lot in the lore. I sound such like a fucking nerd. I read the lore of the Marvel Rivals. Anyways, yes, Emma Frost is the newest character, and guess what? She's another blonde woman wearing white and blue. and her thighs
Guess what?
are out.
Marvel has a lot of those.
Yes, but to be fair, Cloak doesn't
You also
usually
have a lot of women that
Cloak.
aren't.
Dagger doesn't traditionally have blue in her outfit, so that was something they added. And then Emma also usually doesn't have blue in a lot of the costumes I was looking at.
One of these fucking Marvel Rivals developers saw fucking Frozen once and was like, "Well, every
Like,
character,
that's what I love. Yeah.
every character."
Okay, so I'm gonna go off and just send a bunch of shit here. Uh, there's so much. There's so much.
There's so much.
Okay, so here's the skins from this is the trailer cinematic here. So they really just were like, she's got thigh jiggle physics. They fucking know exactly what they're not even subtle about it at this point. And we know they're not subtle about it because of the alternate skin they gave her, which is insane, by the way. The vibes are cool, and then Ultron shows up. He starts fucking shit up, and he starts talking about the Age of Ultron. He's going to be the next playable character next month, which is cool. He's also a flying healer, which has never been done before, so that's interesting. Okay, from the splash page, we can see... Well, actually, I'm not going to talk about these skins, because we just got the trailer for the Battle Pass today. So, of course, there's more freaking news to talk about. I'll just post these pictures. So, goddamn, there's too much shit. All right. So these are all the skins coming to the Battle Pass. We've got a new Iron Fist skin, which is interesting. He's got his whole ass pecs out. A classic-inspired X-Men uniform magic. A Black Widow skin that really just reminds me of the Arcane music video of that spider chick from that music video.
I kind of love it. It's
Like,
really cool.
I knew you would. The Peach Momoko... what's her goddamn name? Luna Snow. Luna Snow and Spider-Man coming to the game. Very cool. Feels weird to put them in the Battle Pass, but okay, I'll take it. Brand new Cloak and Dagger. Look great. Captain America's boring-ass gala outfit, which is just
looks like
it's very,
a white guy.
very boring. Very generic white guy in a suit. Then we got Joe Fixit.
Hell yeah.
Which... I'm not gonna lie.
Why is he a ghost?
I think that's just meant to represent his power. I don't think he's actually a ghost.
Okay.
I think they're just representing this is him. Yeah. I'll say Bruce Banner looks like a background Arcane character. He looks
he does.
like
he looks like some Captain Arcane.
Yeah.
He does, but he also looks like when you go to a Comic-Con and there's a steampunk cool skinny guy walking around.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Absolutely. Joe Fixit looks fucking sick. He's got weird bulldog mouth. I don't really know what's happening there.
I have thought about Joe
I
Fixit.
think he's got just 5 o'clock shadow or something.
No, I don't. I might be wrong because he's Grey Hulk, right? They haven't done a Grey Hulk skin yet, right?
They have a Grey Hulk alternate skin, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious with the steampunk almost cyborg look to Bruce Banner. I'm curious if this is a robot Joe Fixit.
Oh,
if
maybe.
he's a machine man,
Maybe.
which is
Because
why he's silver.
He has. If you look at Bruce's cheek, he's got this big gray square on it, and then
And
that kind of comes.
He's also got gray knuckles. So I wonder if the idea is he is going into an exo armor robot transformation from his.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I never thought about that. That's very interesting. And then
it's weird.
It's very weird. It's very different. I don't know how much I like that, but I guess it would fit the aesthetic. Then we got a classic inspired costume Psylocke. Cool. And then randomly Punk Squirrel Girl, which is okay.
Looks awful.
I love it. Squirrel Girl's my
Your Squirrel Girl hyperfixation is so strange because so many of her skins look so bad to me.
Well, that's fair. I just like her. I just like Squirrel Girl.
I just like her.
I like her. The Punk skins are fun too. I don't know. They're just they're weird. They're not great, I guess, but yeah. So that's the Battle Pass, and there's more skins, obviously. We see there's a Star-Lord, King of Sparta or whatever the fuck it's called. Startix? Startix? I don't know what it's called. He's one of the new ones coming to the game. Didn't know he was Star-Lord at first. I thought it was Cap, but he's too skinny for Cap. And then I thought he was Hawkeye. Oh, that would make sense, actually. I didn't even think about that. And then this weird, rocket fancy rocket.
It's not
This is
fancy.
cute.
It's like he's on Hawaii vacation or something.
It's more fancy than he's used to being for Rocket. That's let's just say that. And then also a new Black Panther like gala skin. Yeah, T'Challa. He's all done up. And then there's also Patch, a Wolverine Patch, which might be his best skin in the entire game because he's not got the best track record, unfortunately.
His head is so fucking tiny compared to his mitts. He looks
got gigantic hands, but he's also like 4 feet tall. Ultron looks fantastic. I have no complaints with that.
New Wanda.
Yes, new Wanda, who looks very similar to the one from the last Battle Pass. This is also the reward quest skin, so you can just get this one for just doing missions. It's really easy to get, which is good. I'm glad they didn't throw in the Battle Pass again. And then
Goddess of Thunderstorm.
Yes, that's not a new skin. They were basically like, this is her fanciest skin, so let's put it in the trailer. Same thing with like Magneto. They basically just threw all the fancy skins in the game.
Yeah.
Already in the trailer. I want to talk about Ultron just for a quick sec because I think he looks fantastic.
He looks very cool.
Fucking love his design. It's so cool. I
Which
love
one?
the Ultron.
Oh yeah.
He's got a lot of MCU inspiration to him.
Oh yeah.
With
I love his head.
The shoulders are like 1-to-1 almost MCU shapes.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the orange going through him all. I love his drones designs, the big beefy arms. I think that's awesome. I'm really curious if there's going to be a mode where you're fighting Ultron drones. That's been something that's like they've been wanting to do something like that. So I'd be okay with that.
They wouldn't just design Ultron drones for the sake of it, right? Like they gotta do something.
They designed all like the giant vampire bats for cutscenes.
Yes,
and then you never fight
they did. Which is unfortunate. I don't like how they do that. I don't like how they'll be like, let's do all this crazy.
Dangling the keys in front of your face.
They are dangling. Yeah,
they're dangling their dongle in front of your face.
So Emma's gameplay got leaked, and she is a tank, which is cool. Their second female tank of the game. Nice. Her abilities look really fun. Her ultimate is literally like she creates like this force field that like brings people towards you. So she's like leading people off of a cliff, which everyone's just saying is mind control because she's hot or whatever. Like, well, she can already mind control people, but like the joke is like she's hypnotizing people with her thighs. That's the meme. That's the I didn't make. I will say
together, and then like an echo like releases to the world, like, and then everyone.
She has she goes diamond mode, and then she just starts beating the shit out of people. She has a tackle move where she throws people down to the ground, which is hilarious. So there's a shot of Cap running up to her, and she goes, "Nice try, darling," and she grabs him and throws him onto the ground. It's like the best shit ever. So she looks like a lot of fun, and not.
She's a dommy mommy, is what you're saying.
Oh, I didn't. You can watch the trailer to tell you that. I'm not gonna lie. Aside from you guys are gonna call me bullshit on this, but I don't think the design is. I don't know. It works, but I've seen other interpretations that I like a little bit more. This is from an artist on Instagram named Shim Morin. I really like this take on her a lot more than her actual design. Again, they just really wanted to highlight her thighs. That was the whole thing. And I was just like, okay, I guess that's fine. I get it. It's just obvious, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm probably still gonna.
Are pretty much always out in comics, though.
Yeah, it's true. No, I was fact checking. I was looking through her comic suits, and she's a very like usually exposed character most of the time. But there's just something about the way Rivals does it, where it's just
she's actually more covered up than a lot of her comic costumes.
That's true. That is true. Well, and then we got obviously we got to talk about this shit show.
Wait, is this her actual costume?
The one I sent.
No. I'm looking. This is white.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, what?
The white one. The white one.
No, I mean it was literally just bright white. I couldn't see anything.
No, I mean the white costume that he just. That's what I mean. The white costume.
No. That's fan art.
That's just fan art.
Oh, why doesn't she have that classic costume? Whatever.
I like the fan art. I think the fan art.
No, I like it too. That's what I'm saying. I like that more than they did.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Yes. I think Again, and also there's no blue on it, so like we don't have a night of white and blue. Okay. Anyways, I gotta post this. We gotta talk about this because this is a fucking goof. This is a goofy. This is goofy as sin. Is her execution, or sorry, X Revolution outfit, which is just. I don't. It's so just not subtle at all. It is just the most like. I thought Malice was bad.
Brandon? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what you talking about, man? What?
What? Say it.
What?
Say it, coward.
What? What did I say?
Say it.
What are you talking? What's
So
weird about
exposed.
What's wrong with it?
She's got her
Huh?
gut and boobies out.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, you mean it's the goonerest gooner shit I ever saw anyone goon to in my entire
she's
goddamn life.
practically
Oh, that's
naked.
what you mean.
She's basically
I
butt ass
mean, this is
naked.
the definition of gooner.
There's
Of goonism.
They took away some of her thigh meat. I'll say that.
Get the fuck up talking about the thigh radius is a bit
Fucking
smaller than before.
asshole.
They did. They took it away and brought it up. I feel like they brought it up.
I mean, if we're being fair, balances that they gave her less thick thighs, so it's really not.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying it as acknowledging it. That's all I'm saying. You goofball. So that skin's going to do very well. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna do spectacularly well. Yeah. So her astonishing outfit is ridiculous. It's the one in front. It should not function at all.
I love the one in the back that's just fur, except for the X cut out to just show her tits.
Yep. It's kind of genius. It's kind of genius. It's kind of she's a bit of a fashionista. Yeah. So it's not that it's not traditionally that bad. Obviously, it's very in character for her. But again, I just wish they adjusted the color scheme and some extra things on her. I think it would have added something to her. And also, again,
Brayden,
what?
This is a gooner game.
I know.
It's a gooner game.
My guy, trust me. I know. Okay, I'm locked in. I'm probably gonna get this stupid goddamn chest skin. I'm probably gonna buy it. I'm part of the problem.
Primal man brain does like her, but I actually like the Fortnite version more, just because she's more like respectable.
I agree. Oh, it's actually just a nice out. I see. That's what I was saying. There's no fucking blue on it. It's just white and silver. That's all you needed. You don't need to add blue. I don't know why blue's there. Get it out of here.
Yeah,
it's fair. A very, very small nitpick, but it's something that's been bugging me because if you got her, Sue, and Dagger all in a match, it's just gonna be like, oh, we've got the three.
Here's the thing. Yes, they added blue to two characters that didn't need it. If they didn't add blue to those two characters, they'd still be all white and silver and would match each other. So
that's true. That's true. No, I was gonna say Dagger could have gotten yellow, but that's another character. That's like Moonstone or something. Yeah. Anyways, look, it's obviously ridiculous. It's obviously ridiculous, but that's his game, right? You're in for it, and it does well, and people react to it. People love this shit, so they're gonna keep doing stuff like this. I just can't wait for us to get to like Rogue. That's just saying Rogue, which I would be down to see Rogue in this game, 100%.
They make rogues. They make Rogue blonde just for the.
And give her white and blue. And they do it again. No,
they give her a freaking goth mommy skin where she's got all black on and
just wait till Captain Marvel comes out, and then they give her one of her alternate colors.
Oh my god, you're right! That's another blonde woman. God damn,
white and blue will be one of her alternate colors.
Yep. Actually, Thatch, I'll tell you right now. I can 100% tell you what Rogue's alternate costume is going to be. It's going to be Savage Land Rogue, and it's going to look ridiculous. Because they're doing Savage Land Rogue right now. So
everything's expensive and everyone's a gooner. That's what
everyone's a gooner. Everything's expensive. I'm just going to quickly run through this. I don't want to drag on for too long. They are changing some things with the game, which is really cool. We are now getting, I think, shorter battle passes. So it's one battle pass every month. No, I don't. There was some weird. Yeah. There was some weird language.
Yep.
That's coming to the game. That's coming to the game. Yep. But there's now going to be a character every single month, which I already thought was a thing, but I guess everyone's talking about it like it's new, so I guess that's a new thing. They're doing alternate colors for popular skins. Cool. The ones that they showed off were the Psylocke skin that everyone loves, the Gooner Psylocke, as well as Luna Snow, $20.99.
Wait, they're doing a new character every month?
Yes, new character
So-
every single month.
This time next year, they'll have 12 more characters in the game.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yes, yeah, they are.
Sounds
they're
also very unsustainable, so we'll see how that goes.
very unsustainable. We'll see how hard this game crashes, but I'm here till the ship sinks. Listen, I'm staying on Titanic as long as possible. Okay. The recolors are cool, and then the last piece of information that they added was that they are finally adding gift sharing, so you can send skins to your friend who don't want to play the game with you.
Well, let's be fair here, right? So since the beginning of the year, they've added Thing and Johnny, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've added now Ultron and
Reed and Sue and Thing and Johnny.
Reed, Suit, Thing, Johnny, and now Emma Frost and Ultron, right?
Ultron. Yep.
So that's
Ultron will be next month.
that's 6 characters, and it is what, January? It's like the 4th month of the year, right? Like theoretically, they could have been parsing out a skin a month, a character a month, or even more so in the last 6 months. So
Yeah, the 4. They wanted to keep the Fantastic Four together, so they dropped
Marvel
them all.
Rivals. I'm not trying to talk down about it, Brayden. Marvel Rivals is a very simple game, and it's also not a very well balanced game. So
No.
It's always just kind of been a toy box of chaos, and the game design is not complex.
They straight up admit that they're not making the game to be like a well balanced like hero shoot. They're making the game to let people have fun with the characters they want to have fun, which I think is a great mission. Is it good for competitive scenes? Absolutely not. But I don't give a fuck about. I don't play competitive. That's not something I do not. That's too far for me. I will not play competitive. I don't touch it. It's a hellhole that I refuse to go down right now. Because I don't want people to have to tell me what character I can or cannot play. That's ridiculous. That's the whole point of the game, right? So, look, this is exciting. I'm excited. Krakoa map looks cool. The characters look fun, even if her thighs are very, just a lot. It's just unnecessary.
She's a lot.
She's a lot.
That is
a lot of woman right there.
That is very character accurate, to be fair.
Her MVP animation is literally her grabbing the camera like it's a POV, and you see physics in places, obviously, and she just goes like, so it's, everyone who plays this game, put the clip.
I know what kind of man you are.
Because, Jesus. But I love playing it. It's just a fun. I enjoy playing the game. I think it's fun.
Marvel.
That's fine. That's great.
Yeah, Marvel has a deep-seated Gooner history. This
God,
game is
yeah.
just exposing it.
It's like we were
playing to the Goonerist sides of Marvel.
I think I think what happened. I think they were trying to put that down, move past that, and then Rivals came out and brought it right back up, and then they're like, "Well, shit, these characters are designed to be really overly
These
hot."
characters were always drawn by people who wanted to draw sexy ladies.
Yep, that's true. But that's my spiel. So yeah, we can move on to something else.
Oh, those are cool. I didn't see those.
Yes.
Those are
I don't know
very
if you have to pay for them. I assume you would have to, but if not, then that would be dope.
I like those colors though. Those are good color combos.
I actually think Luna's color is better on that skin than it is in the base skin, if I'm being honest.
I would say both of those. I like the Psylocke makes that skin work a lot better.
Yeah, she's got Frieza colors. I just realized that.
She does. That's funny.
I just thought about it.
She's gonna call somebody a monkey.
You filthy monkey.
All right.
All right.
We got some Spider-Man news.
I do not envy how long this episode's going to be for you. Good God.
It's fine. You know I don't edit that much.
So,
Neither do I.
the last few weeks, every week, I've been lamenting you all with
The updates.
little spurts of Spider-Man news, speculation, and I come out here and I pull out some 4D brain theory about some of the bullshit in it, and I feel like we find for 4 years before that, we've been sitting here talking about this goddamn Spider-Man movie like it's the Bigfoot, and for a while there, it's like, is this movie even goddamn happening? You know what I mean? What's going on? What is this movie? What are we doing? What is the future of cinematic Peter Parker Spider-Man. What's going on? And then they did chairs and shit. We finally got a real big piece of news, a big announcement. And so at CinemaCon this year, and by the way, CinemaCon every year because I remember CinemaCon before Homecoming came out, they showed concept art of Spider-Man and Vulture. So every year since then, we've been like, they're gonna talk about Spider-Man at CinemaCon, and they just don't. They just do not do. Brandon Lee, he's done. He doesn't want to hear this shit.
He just died, Karen.
They just do not talk about it. And so even this year, I was actually on the phone with Aiden, and we were like, please talk about it. And then they talk about Spider-Verse. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm excited for it to push animation. That's awesome. Super excited to hear that. Do not care about the story. Do not care about Prowler Miles or anything. I'm excited for the visuals.
For that trilogy to be over.
Me too. But then, last thing they did, very last announcement, Destin Daniel Cretton comes out in a bizarre grandma sweater. Just this bizarre. Here, I saved a photo of it so I can send it to you. I got pics. Yeah, my boy comes out on stage. Looking, he comes out.
He's
he walks
playing
out.
Aunt May in the movie.
He is, yeah, with a multicolored coat, and he says he announces that that Spider-Man 4 is filming in a few months, and that it will be called Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then they revealed the logo for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it is a new font. The most impactful part of the logo is a brand new font. You know, that it feels like a completely different vibe for Spider-Man versus all the others. And then, what you doing?
We're at that time of year where the sun starts to blare through my window, so my lighting's getting all fucked up.
There you go.
So I'm gonna have to figure out a new situation soon for pods.
There you go. And then they moved the main Spider-Man font to the subtitle of this. So it's a new logo for Spider-Man. The old main font is now the subtitle Brand New Day. And it's big red and blue, classic Spider-Man colors. Has Marvel Studios at the top, which is a big relief. And big yellow Brand New Day. And it's, in my opinion, if we're just talking about visuals, it's the best logo for a Spider-Man movie
gorgeous.
ever, period. No ifs, ands, buts, about it. So, while he was talking, Destin said a few things about the movie. I'm trying to pull up the quotes. The first thing he mentioned was that his son's first word was Spider-Man, which is pretty funny. So he talked about that. And then he was talking about the movie a little bit, and I'm trying to find the quote. I know I saved it because he's being misquoted actually quite a bit, and I just want to dispel the rumor.
Straight. You want to set the record straight.
Here we go. Got it. So there's a misquote that he said there's going to be a new suit in this movie, and everyone's like,
I have seen
that. He didn't say that. My brother never said that. He said a different quote, and then people are extrapolating that as, new suit. And I'm going to read you the quote he did say, right? This is what he actually said. I'm spending my time exploring the next stage of this amazing character with a team of the most incredible artists in the world. We're all just daily nerding out over the suit, how to swing, how to create an event, an emotional story, a ride we haven't really seen before. So nowhere does he say there's a brand new Spider-Man costume. He just says they're working on the suit and nerding out over it, right?
Obviously. Right. You gotta love that. How people don't understand context and they just jump to the first thing to get reactions. It's a great world we live in.
I know, right? Now, obviously, the old suit is completely CGI in No Way Home. It doesn't physically exist. So I'm sure there'll be... The way I was talking to Ty about it was the actual design of the Homecoming suit, the most iconic Spider-Man suit in the MCU. In Civil War, that design was completely CGI. It did not physically exist. And then in Homecoming, they had to tweak it and make a physical version of it for Tom to wear. I'm guessing it's going to be a scenario similar to that, right? Cool to see Destin talk about the swinging, because Tom has always been criticized as not having the coolest swinging, and Destin is a very visual, action-oriented filmmaker, so everyone has been theorizing that he's going to make great swinging scenes. I think that kind of just confirms that. And then Tom Holland sent a video from the set of The Odyssey. Yeah, he couldn't actually show up because he's on set. And he had a quote about it as well, and I'm just trying.
Cardboard in my window.
Wait, is Tom Holland not in the movie?
He's in the movie.
What?
He's just working on Christopher Nolan's Odyssey right now. What are you talking about?
That's first. He's working on that
He's
first.
filming that. Spider-Man's filming in the summer.
He's been filming for
Okay.
a few months. Yeah.
I thought Spider-Man was already filming. Okay,
Whoa, geez, no.
gotcha.
No. So Tom Holland is filming the Odyssey right now, sent the video, and then he'll film Spider-Man right after. Right? Tom's not in the movie. That's so funny. Tom had a quote about this as well, and his biggest quote was, "I know we left you with a massive cliffhanger
God damn it.
at the end of No Way Home. Spider-Man Brand New Day is a fresh start. It's exactly that." That is his
A
quote.
new day.
So let's talk about what we could extrapolate as, a psychopath from this logo, right? From a Thatch Mac perspective, from a
Insane
logo and a title. Let's reach farther than we've ever reached and really dig into what is essentially nothing. So my biggest impression that I'm getting from this is that they are trying to reestablish Spider-Man as they're trying to scale things to focus on the iconic, classic Spider-Man. They're starting fresh. They're recalibrating to bring us a new take on this same iteration of the characters. So this is, continuity-wise, obviously the same Spider-Man, but they want to do more movies with this guy, so they want to introduce a new foundation for a new approach to this version of Spider-Man, right? That's what you're seeing with Destin Daniel Cretton saying that they're exploring this new era. He literally says, we're exploring what this new era is of this character. And then you see Tom Holland saying, Spider-Man New Day is a fresh start. It's exactly that, The biggest thing we can take away from this is that this is a new chapter 1 for this iteration of Spider-Man. This is essentially a new run, right? Like comic, if we're using comic terminology. Now, the Brand New Day logo is pulled from the comics, or the title, Brand New Day, is based on a comic run. Now, this gets confused a lot. It is not One More Day. A lot of people are thinking that this is Spider-Man One More Day, which is the storyline where he makes a deal with the devil and destroys his marriage. That is not the Brand New Day storyline. That is the storyline right before it. The Brand New Day storyline also is not a storyline. The Brand New Day subtitle actually refers to an era of Spider-Man comics that's about 100 or so issues. It's more than just one story. It is a period of Amazing Spider-Man comics. It's almost like when they would say all new, all different Marvel. It's kind of like that, but for Spider-Man. It was like an overall banner for Spider-Man. Did you just fart, dude?
Oh.
Wow. All right. I heard.
I said it's a new arc. That's all I said.
I heard a little toot, but anyway.
I didn't toot.
We'll
I
check
think
the
you
footage
tooted.
back. Roll it back.
Never smelt it, dealt it.
I think he shit himself. Anyway.
Never farted, sharted.
I heard it.
So
you said whatever you said, but it came out as.
Oh, gotcha. So Brayden shit himself. But anyway.
Yeah, he did.
So Brand New Day refers to not a single storyline, but an era of Spider-Man comics that are a bunch of storylines are in. The defining trait of the Brand New Day era was they were essentially bringing the Spider-Man character back to basics to tell more grounded classical stories. That was essentially
It was like
the
an
get-go.
initiative.
Yes, exactly. It was an initiative. And there's some weird stuff in there. There's some cool stuff in there, like Mr. Negative got introduced during this time frame, So I think that general spirit is the same spirit they want this movie to have for Tom Holland, right?
Yeah.
This is a new initiative, a new take on this character.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
makes sense.
That's a smart way to do it.
Which, if you're going to want to make more movies, you need to reestablish the foundation. This it's a start. Maybe two. It's a start. If this was Spider-Man, fucking Home Alone, and it had the same style font, the same logo, and everyone was coming back, then this would be like the fourth John Watts, home Spider-Man movie, and maybe they're gonna
a brand new home.
Yes, maybe they're gonna end but this is Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I know everyone's talking about maybe they'll include Day and all the other titles, and maybe they'll end with one more day at the end. I don't know. I kind of hope they don't. I kind of just want normal titles. But
no, the next movie is Spider-Man: A Brand New May, and he gets a new aunt.
A new aunt.
But either way, I guess it would be consistent. If they did Day in all the films, it would then make the Home trilogy make a little bit more sense. And
the Home trilogy and the Day trilogy. Yeah.
Yes.
The Night trilogy.
Those are terrible names, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think Brand New Day on its own is a great name.
Yes.
For them.
Yeah.
I think they really, looking at the red and blue in that logo, I think they're trying to grab you and go, guys, we're going to tell a classic, iconic Spider-Man movie. That's what this feels like to me, Now, whether or not it is a street level movie or a multiverse movie, we still don't know. We don't know for sure. I will say, it's fascinating that they did not acknowledge that he was not in those chairs. Even Kevin Feige didn't acknowledge it. Now, there's actually a quote from Kevin Feige, because he talked about, like, yesterday, they had the Disney CinemaCon. He said two things. He said, first, they haven't revealed all of the cast yet. He confirmed that. But he also said, specifically, Avengers Doomsday will focus on the Avengers, the original X-Men, the Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, and the Wakandans fighting Doom. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there is a certain name missing from that list of characters. There's a certain guy who doesn't necessarily fit into any of those things, who doesn't seem like he'll be the focus of this movie. Like the focus. Like, let's emphasize focus. So, we'll see. I think Brand New Day, them just not acknowledging if he's in Doomsday yet or not at all. By the way, isn't that funny? Doomsday and Brand New Day. Hey, ooh,
whoa, synergy.
I think the argument for this being, for Spider-Man not being in Doomsday and this being a more Spider-Man focused storyline is becoming more and more compelling as we go on. Brand New Day does not feel like the title you give to a Spider Island movie. You know what I'm saying? And also, here's the thing. If you're trying to reestablish this character, you want a fresh start. That's what you want in your movie, right? That's what they're saying. We want a fresh start. We want to enter a new era. Are you really going to let the Avengers movie establish Spider-Man half-assed for you beforehand, and then you need to follow up on it? That's not really a start to a new era. That's you continuing someone else's bullshit. They started that, You can't start your new era in a post-Avengers Spider-Man storyline. It doesn't make any sense. I wonder if they were trying to fit Spider-Man in Doomsday, and then they realized the elephant in the room, that Spider-Man had a fucking soft reboot at the end of his movie, and if they just awkwardly throw him into Doomsday, it's going to be really weird, Who knows? He could still be in the movie, maybe a cameo, but I don't think he's going to be the focus at all. Doomsday comes out 2 months before this movie. 2 months.
It's before Spider-Man. Okay.
2 measly months.
We will have the trailer for this movie before Doomsday comes out.
Yep. Which, again, how do you market a Battleworld Spider-Man movie without spoiling Battleworld? So I don't know. I could be calling my ducks too early, watch them fuck me over, and they announce he's in Doomsday tomorrow. I'm not saying that I'm totally right. I could totally be wrong. I'm just saying the general vibe I'm getting from this is we want to focus on Spider-Man, establishing Spider-Man, and doubling down on Spider-Man. That's the vibe I'm hearing. I'm not hearing we really want to combine him with new characters, or, we're entering a new era of the MCU and we want to see where Spider-Man falls into that. I'm hearing Spider-Man, 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 And by the way, I don't know if I describe the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies as street level, right? So maybe this Spider-Man movie isn't Daredevil street level, but like maybe it's just a Spider-Man movie. Maybe it's not a multiverse movie or a Daredevil movie, but it's just a normal, straightforward Spider-Man movie, you know? We'll see, but either way, in my opinion, this is the best this could have gone if you're revealing a title and everything. I can't imagine a better title or a way to do this, honestly. I was on the fence. People had guessed Brand New Day before, and I was on the fence, but after seeing it on the logo and looking into the comic's origin and thinking about this fact that this Spider-Man desperately needs to be reestablished, feels like that's what we're doing, and it feels like the smart move. And I'm very excited, and I think in general, what I want most, even more than a street level movie, is a Spider-Man movie that's about Spider-Man in his world and him, and that's just fully dedicated to that character. I think that's what I want, and it sounds like at least a lot of the focus in this movie is going to be about that. So I'm really hopeful. Also, the logo is the fucking Scott Johnson Spider-Sense Spider-Man logo art that was on my goddamn Spider-Man school pencils when I was in elementary school, so I'm kind of gooning over that. Yeah. I don't think they're going to change the font. Maybe they'll adjust the logos or the rendering a little bit, but I don't think the font's going to change.
Yeah.
So
changed lately. Yeah.
Or they'll do, this is like a 3D logo. Maybe they'll do like a flat one color logo for like some marketing or something. They could do a number of things. But
really neat how Marvel's been taking.
Sorry. Last thing. Them choosing this logo font is huge because it is for the last 20 years, it has been the most classic Spider-Man font. Like, people associate that with classic Spider-Man, that font specifically, you know? So they could have picked any number, and the fact that they picked that one, I think, is telling. And maybe it sounds silly, but I genuinely believe that that was a choice, that they were like, what gives us the most classic vibe? And it's that one, you know? Anyway, say what you're going to say. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, it's neat to see Marvel kind of go back and, you know, naming things off of these comics that are like, or not specific comics, but just like taking these names that have been said before and kind of not directly like doing adaptations or whatever, but like just using them and sort of taking their spirit, as far as I know. I've never read Born Again or anything like that, but
that one's kind of completely different. But yes, I know you're saying.
Yeah, the Born Again comic is more Daredevil season 3.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Daredevil season 3 is actually a pretty freaking, not direct, but it takes much of the most iconic moments from Born Again. Yeah.
Well, there goes my whole point.
Well, but
Civil War and like the MCU does a lot of what you're talking about is taking the title and like taking the idea, but not the story.
Well, it's nice to see it more now. You know,
I agree. Like, feels like they've been dropping it a little bit.
Yes, it's nice to get back to that.
Yeah,
because Doomsday isn't a thing, right?
I think it is, but not super iconic.
Not well known. Yeah, it's not definitely not well known. That's for sure.
Okay. I'm glad you mentioned Born Again though, because I think it is a great example too of, and I've been saying this forever, for superhero storytelling, right? Mm-hmm. That superhero movies, in terms of when you're telling long form stories about one character, they need to start approaching it like comics. And I think Born Again and Brand New Day are both very similar creative initiatives of like, this is the same iteration of the character, but this is a fresh take. Same continuity, same history, same cast, but a new creative take on this character. And I think that's how you build long form character and depictions of characters. Yeah. Like, you know, I think Hugh Jackman never did that directly, but he is the prototype for that. Like, Hugh Jackman has been the most fleshed out single actor or take on a comic character ever, because he got to do multiple different versions of Wolverine. You know, now they weren't all the same continuity. It was all very messy, but it was kind of like I think that should have been the approach from the beginning for longevity, you know, because
and, I mean, that's exactly how the comics built it. Yes. You'd always have a writer and an artist, and then a new team would come in and you'd have a new writer and new artists. So,
yes, exactly. And that's what I'm hoping Marvel does more of, where it's not like, I guess we finished a trilogy, we should arbitrarily kill this guy off in the next Avengers movie or something, you know? But like, I'm glad that I'm just happy about that. That's
I'd love to see a different take on something like Ant-Man. I'd love to see that. Yeah. You know?
And then the thing with Marvel characters is they are well beyond their actors. You know, the
Yeah.
character can outlive the actor and still be as definitive and as prominent.
And we can have different versions. Like we're gonna get another White Tiger, you know, at some point. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's not a
we're
huge
probably
character.
getting. I mean, it seems like
You
we're
know
getting
what I mean.
another T'Challa, Black Panther. So
Yep.
Mhm.
Which is a great.
And that's the best way to do it.
yeah,
That's a great example of like a future version of this because they're going to do Black Panther 3 soon. They're talking about casting already. They're getting really close to just announcing that movie. The director and everyone are talking about it. You're right. Black Panther 3 comes out, puts an end to the current Black Panther cast, and Secret Wars introduces, or even if it's beforehand, but Secret Wars serves as the introduction to the new Black Panther. So if the third one puts it to an end, maybe opens the door for this new guy, and then you do Black Panther 4 with a new director, and it's a new take on this version
There
of
you
T'Challa.
and they could set up
see it.
like they're based on the concept art, a totally different Wakanda, a totally different aesthetic for T'Challa. So
Different circumstance, different. It's interesting. We want to see that.
brand new day, you might say.
Brand
Born
new day.
Again. That's my cool transition.
But it's nice to know that we're learning to not just throw away the whole kit and caboodle after, a trilogy or one bad movie, which
Yeah.
used to be the way, Like Thor. You don't need to end Thor now. You can still do stuff with Thor just because he had like one or two bad movies or one bad movie and like,
Just
a
'cause he had
weird
director
short.
who went fucking off the rails.
Yes.
Went insane. Yep.
Just having
Guardians!
orgies
I was
instead of
actually-
making the movie.
I was watching Guardians 3 last night. I started fucking weeping, weeping like I've never cried in a movie before in my life. Like weeping like my girlfriend was very concerned about me, and I was just weeping.
Did you cry
Because
when you first watched it?
Nebula was crying because she was so happy Rocket was alive, and I started fucking crying. That's another good example. The James Gunn Guardians are over, but there's no reason why a new director with a fresh take, not someone to emulate James Gunn, but a new world, could pick up where those movies left off. We all love Adam Warlock. Like, we all want to see him again.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah, we love Adam.
He needs to be
Alright,
in
so
Secret
it's-
Wars.
Will he be the same? Oh man, he has to be on Secret Wars.
Yeah, he has to be.
I want
He should
it.
be.
He's incredibly funny in that movie.
Nebula
guys.
grows hair.
Well, he's not in it enough. That's the only flaw with the movie. Is
No.
he's not in it.
And it's funny because he's probably the most shoehorned part of that movie. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, we got to put him in there
Absolutely.
because we haven't done anything with it. We set this up and we need to wrap this up. And he just shows
Well,
up.
it was
on
a
Oh,
great-
yeah, I did that as a post-credit scene. Oops.
It worked though because he was like, God, this guy's kind of shoehorned in. Let me just cast the perfect guy to do this weird version of
An
him.
idiot. Be a moron. He's an actual baby man. Who threw this thing at me?
My favorite thing is when he kills the one guy and then the little rat creature starts crying and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's crying. I don't like how it's making me feel too much."
Oh,
Actually,
man, it's quite sad. He's so good. Everything with him.
Oh, man.
it all comes back to Adam.
It always does. He's peak. He's peak.
Speaking of Adam, who's not in
Speaking of
this
Adam.
episode.
Yeah,
Adam will
not
be
in this
born again.
episode. The inferior Adam.
You know what's funny about all this, Daredevil specifically? This has now become the least interesting part of my week out of everything. Everything else trumped this week completely.
You
This
know
is
what? I
still-
completely feel it.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was
It's
a ton
still
of
a
crazy
good-
news this week.
Yeah, I'm like, this is still a good episode, but is it one of the better episodes? Probably not. You know?
It's a good episode. It was a very enjoyable episode.
Yeah, I liked it. I did like
You
it.
did watch music
I-
get ganked.
You guys
Actually,
made
I got-
fun of me quite hard
Got a hot
for
take. Got a hot take.
a
I think
hot take.
I think it might be like my least favorite episode this season.
That's fair.
I didn't dislike it, and is it because Muse got murked a little bit? I'm a little sad about that. I was really into Muse, but he's in season 2, so I don't know. They've got a fucking cool lady
Probably a
Muse right now
copycat
going on.
Muse or something. Yeah.
They've got like a woman Muse, who's like they made her all like
What?
pretty,
Sexy
yeah,
Muse. Brayden.
yes.
Brayden.
It's like a reincarnation
Rejoice.
or something. I was sad about that, but my main issue, I've said
What
this
if it's
before with
Heather?
this.
What if Heather's Muse? Oh my god.
That'd be dope as hell. My main issue with this episode is I think it moves way too fast. It's just really
It's super
fast paced.
fast. Brayden complained about jank last time with stuff, whatever. I feel like there was a lot of obnoxious ADR in the
There was.
Fisk scene at the start of the episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
That
I
was,
will say
it was just jarring. It was noticeable.
I will say there's also like there's some. Well, actually, no, that's not a complaint because they do address that. I remember in the very first scene where he gets in the shower and she's like, "What happened to you?" And they just start fucking. I was like, "Okay, well, no." I feel like most people are like, "Okay, let's hold on. You're injured. Can we talk about this for 1 second?" Matt's
you look
just
like
Matt
you've got a
sex.
ruptured organ in there.
He did not
Oh,
fall
this is
down.
one. This is. I'm glad you guys mentioned that. Actually, it brings up a complaint. It's not a huge complaint, and I know it's a byproduct of the creative overhaul because it was a reboot before. The Daredevil show, the original run, was really good at keeping the continuity of his growing scars throughout the show. And Matt's just like fucking taking the Scientologist baby blood or something because his scars have just been. He's had a new day. His scars have been wiped the slate clean. Now he's building a whole new set of scars on top of them.
He doesn't have a healing factor, does he?
No,
he doesn't.
what?
He doesn't have.
I-
He technically doesn't have superpowers. Like the Netflix show makes it kind of wishy-washy. Like if he does or he doesn't, like have a superpower.
He has super hearing and his senses, not just hearing senses.
He's
All of
more
his
on
senses.
fire.
Yeah, his sense. His yeah.
I want them
Okay.
to do more with his. I guess they kind of do it here when he feels the paintings, but it's not really the right application. I want them to do more with his sense of touch because that's also enhanced. Like it'd be really cool if he goes and touches a wall and he can feel like a microscopic scar from a blade or something, and then like locate where it is. You know,
It is
they don't.
interesting.
Or like the vibrations. Like he can't hear something happening, but he can just tell what's happening through like the vibrations. That'd be great.
The cat just sneezed. It was absolutely adorable.
Yeah, I said bless you. I blessed him. It was interesting how they set up her him feeling her face earlier on, and then he feels the faces of the painting. That was interesting. I guess paint does have texture like that.
I don't think that's how the brain works because
Yeah.
a painting and a 2D image is an abstraction of a 3D thing. So the sensation of feeling a drawing and feeling a
Would be
face are
different.
not the same
Yeah.
thing.
Also, an
Any-
awful drawing made out of gunky ass blood.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a little weird.
No,
It's very
I want
strange.
them to. This sounds crazy. I want them to use his sense of taste more. Like this sounds so dumb, but I want him to like lick a bullet and know who it's from. Like I really want it.
That's some shit. That's how he would have found Frank. He would have licked the bullet and be like, "Interesting. It tastes like
goes-
Frank. I must leave."
He picks up the
tastes
bullet
like Frank.
casing and he
Watch
like
him
sniffs
making
it
out with
and he
Frank.
can tell whose pocket it was in because of how the
Yeah,
residue.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, there was two characters who surprised me this episode. I always forget his name. The guy who the kid. He's fucking
Dylan or
pulled out the
something?
something like that. He
Daniel
started-
Blake.
Daniel
Blake.
Yeah, apparently he's a bastard.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bastard, but also he's like, "Yo, Fisk is my boy. Like, you don't fuck with Fisk, or I'll fuck with you. I'm gonna." So, I respect him for
also,
that.
like emptiest threat I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah.
I do
But-
like. Actually, really, I know it's not. I actually really like the Daniel Blake character, but I like more what his story represents, which is young men being completely warped by really bad role models in the world. You know what I mean?
Very, very
What
relevant.
are you trying
Relevant.
to say?
Oh no, it's could mean anything.
Herm, I wonder. Herm.
Is this are you saying the bald man is an allegory to Andrew Tate, another bald man?
What?
No, it was bad influence, toxic masculinity.
You're silly. You're silly. You're silly.
Pinkman's goofy.
Anyway, I like
He's
it. I
fucking
like
pissed all this episode. He's fucking getting the meat sweat. So whenever he hears Daredevil's name, he's going like,
He's
Yeah, he's
losing
really-
it. He's like he kind of looks like he's shitting himself half the time. Like,
he
when
is
he's thinking about it.
fucking mad. He is not happy about this. He's really
Yeah,
upset.
but like in some of the scenes I didn't get mad. I got like scared.
yeah.
I got temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he's a child. He's acting like a little brat because he's like,
I
he's
got
not, supposed to, he's not supposed to be doing this. He's not supposed to be back. I told him no.
We agreed. We had an agreement.
Also, let's keep it real. He knows he should know where he works. he
He does.
probably
He
would
absolutely does know where he works. It's public.
Yeah. So, he's probably going to confront him pretty quickly here about this shit.
Well, do you want to hear my theory? So we've seen scenes from here's another one, Big Brain Theories. I don't think this is really a theory. I think this is pretty much true. We've seen scenes where, in the trailers, where the vigilante force, anti-vigilante are invading Matt's apartment.
Yeah.
Now here's my...
And we know that Matt goes on the run next season.
Right. Here's my question. I'm not sure if it's going to be that Fisk will reveal Matt's identity, because here's the issue with that. You can have Spider-Man do a magical spell and reset his identity. You can't do that in a Daredevil show. It's going to be hokey. So
I would say maybe it's related to, because we know Punisher's going to come back on the scene. So maybe they're hunting Matt because Fisk is like, well, he knows Matt's Daredevil, but he's like, Matthew Murdock represented the Punisher. Find him. He will give us a lead.
Well, there's that, but you want to know what my theory honestly is? They've been showing Matt's petty little bullshit with that one cop this entire season.
Oh my god!
I think they're gonna bring Matt back and try to arrest him for attacking those police officers. I think they're gonna finally bring that back. That's gonna be their in. Now my question is, are they gonna be able to write a good enough reason why Fisk logically, now narratively and narrative-wise, I don't want him to reveal his identity, but logically, why the fuck wouldn't he? I would. Now there is an opportunity here that they're not going to do, but here's how I would have done it. I brought Spider-Man back into it. They should have him reveal his identity, but there should be this is, I think, what the original Daredevil was always building towards, which was a trial where Matt and Foggy need to prove that Matt is not Daredevil. That has always been what I thought they were building towards. And now that Spider-Man's here, they could recreate the comic storyline where Spider-Man puts on the Punisher costume and pretends to be, or the Daredevil pretends to be Daredevil in court. But they're not gonna do that.
No, they'll do swordsman. They'll do swordsman in the costume.
Hell yeah! That's what we've been waiting for.
Swordsman would look like fucking Deadpool's friend in the Deadpool costume.
He would. It's not it. Well, you were mentioning
That's
something
why they're
about...
setting up swordsman, though.
Oh, the cop. There's such a petty... I love the fucking scene where he runs in and then Daredevil immediately knocks him out. It's like the best thing. He's just like... He's just like, ugh. That one cop is just getting fucking shit. He just is he might as well be the main villain of the season.
I hope Frank shoots him. I hope Frank shoots him dead.
He might die. He might not, but I can also see him keeping him around as like a consistent villain.
How old is that cop? I can't figure out if he's 32 or 53. I cannot figure out.
He's got like a baby face.
But he's got like gray hair. He's
got wrinkles. It's weird. Yeah.
No, I got the impression. I got the impression that he was like 50 or something.
It's an AI generated man.
I would have thought he was like late 30s, early 40s.
I would say 45, maybe. You know what? Let's figure this out.
Yeah. What's his name? Josh Shawn or some shit.
Josh Keaton.
Isn't he Officer Powell?
No, I mean the actor's name.
Yeah.
He is nope, that's a different... Oh, no, he is Officer Powell. Connor Powell. Yeah, he's got like a... He looks like a high school... His face is
like dollar store Sam Witwer.
Yeah. He looks like a high school like football player.
But like way past his prime.
Yes.
Why is he not listening?
His name is Thomas Allen Headley.
Thomas Allen Headley?
Hamish.
Thomas Hamish?
Hamish. God, this guy looks so weird. I'm sorry, Hamish.
He's not that weird. Also, I looked up the complete wrong... What's his name? Hamish?
He is 53 years old.
Oh! What did I say?
Braden was right for the first time this episode.
Only once, and will ever never be right again. Obviously, Muse goes from 0 to 100 really fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't think about his plan at all. Just decides
he had no plan.
No,
Oh,
well, he brought. I mean, he brought his shit. So
Yeah, but he didn't
clearly
have a
planned something.
plan. There was no scheme here.
His scheme was to drain the blood of this woman, and there's that.
Yeah, but
it all
okay,
gets.
that's his usual MO, so that's not a plan.
I-
That's just doing his same thing.
I guess he just has a little suitcase with his shit on
Yeah,
it.
but there was some sort of like catharsis happening. He was building
He
to
was,
some
like,
sort of
making it-
like.
He's like making it really weirdly sexual. I didn't like it. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I'm gonna say you all clowned on me this week when I said it, but there's the reaction when she gets the needle in her. I felt like I was watching something real happen. It freaked me out because I think her acting is very good. Now you
She's a
can
good
laugh
actress.
at me all you want. You
No,
can
she's a
laugh
good
at me.
actor. No one's
Yeah,
laughing.
she's good. Nobody
She's a good
laughed,
actress.
bro. Calm down.
I've
Everyone
heard a
was
lot
like,
of people. I've heard a lot of people say that after this episode, they actually really like Heather now. Like they were kind of on the fence, and now
because
they
she's barely done anything. This is the first time they actually give her something to do.
Yes.
You know,
That's the issue with much of the supporting cast in Born
Yeah.
Again. They haven't done anything.
the fuck
and-
is Cherry doing? Just walking around. Cherry. Okay,
All
you know what
Cherry
Cherry
does
did
is
in
yap.
episode 3. No, in
Cherry's
episode
being a little
3,
bitch, dude. He's run-
episode 3, he kind of pulled out all the stops to get
That was
the guy.
true.
But
What are you
That was-
talking
But then the
about?
guy ended up fucking betraying them anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yes.
It's so
But,
lame.
But no, Cherry's being a little bitch.
He is being a bitch. He's like, you can't be doing this, man. And he's like, what? Fuck off. Let me help people, please. and then their coworker is like, you're not telling me. We're supposed to be partners. It's like, bitch, where have you been?
Yeah, she
You're
says
not
something
part
about
of it.
like, I trust you and I trust Matt. It would be nice if it was two-way street. And like clearly you don't trust them because you're confronting them. What are you talking about?
True. That's true.
Yeah, no, this is a toxic work environment.
It's a
You know,
very toxic.
I did like though Matt saying to Heather that his whole life feels fake. And I think that retroactively gives a lot of it makes these weird things of the supporting cast not having a lot to do, the relationships feeling a little underbaked. Even though those are byproducts of the overhaul, it makes them feel intentional because everything's kind of supposed to feel a little like not right and not as genuine as it was before, and Matt feels like it's not as genuine,
Yeah.
and I like I know I'm like fucking copium on this right now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a cool line. It's a cool line, and I like
Yeah,
it.
no,
It is,
their
yeah.
conversation's really nice. They feel like they are really working to sell that couple, which is nice.
The line is a great justification for why Karen's gonna be a main player in season 2.
Yep.
And nobody cares about Cherry.
Bye, Heather. Yeah. Cherry is gonna get like stabbed in the head or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually
I-
really think. So we've seen Muse in set photos for season 2, right? Is that what you're saying?
We've seen a trailer that says Muse stunt double on it, which means he's in it.
Oh, like okay, a trailer like a truck. I'm very
Yes,
confused.
Okay. Did it have a? No, it just said Muse stunt double. Interesting.
It said Muse stunt double, and then there was a Heather one, which is how we knew Heather was going to come back.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know how the hell you.
and I know that's not.
I wonder if Heather is Muse.
She could be. She could be. She could be.
She does have a weird obsession with people in masks.
Yeah, she's got a problem.
Here's what I'll say about Cherry.
Maybe she
Yeah.
liked killing him.
Here's what I'll say about Cherry.
Does he die?
Yeah.
So you know how a year ago we saw a bunch of set photos with Foggy and Karen, and we were like, "I think something's happening."
Yeah.
Happening again.
Yeah. Is Cherry gonna die?
Well, I care less about Cherry dying.
Yeah,
than
I
do
don't give a
fucking
flying fuck.
I know.
Is that season?
Well,
Well,
I know, but if
season
you-
2 though is the question.
If you don't like Cherry, then you can take catharsis knowing that
Is that happening this season or next season?
it was a set photo for season 2.
Okay.
Season 2. Okay, we have to bear with him for 2 more. Death to Cherry. Poor Cherry. He's just like he's just trying to be a good guy.
Hashtag
Trying to do the right
Cherry
thing.
is over party. Nobody cares.
Cherry is over.
Hashtag throw those cherries in the trash.
He's like the most normal like dude, and he can't catch a break. He just hated
He's
that.
just he's a jerk. I don't like him.
He's just the palest imitation of Foggy, being like, "I don't think you should be Daredevil," and literally Cherry's
Yeah.
like, "I don't like you doing this," and that's it.
You gave me your word, man. Even though he didn't, he literally didn't give you.
I also thinks what me thinks he's also just worse fucking Jim Gordon.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
He's a worse Jim Gordon. He's a worse Foggy. He's just bad.
He's bad.
He's lame.
And the new chick is a worse Karen.
Yeah, she's awful.
She's not. I don't think she's awful. She hasn't been done.
Sorry.
She hasn't done anything.
She's not awful. She's nothing.
Yeah. She just hasn't gotten to chance to do anything yet. And we're like 8 episodes into we're gonna be 8 episodes into the season.
I don't think she's gonna get
done
one.
Of consequence, set up Matt with Heather and yell at Cherry.
Yep. You're right. That's their only purpose for existing is setting up that relationship.
She agreed to doing the White Tiger trial. She agreed.
Yeah, she did agree to it.
So, I know that a character agreeing is a really great.
And she sat there. She sat there in the scene silently.
And she sat in the room, and when Matt went apeshit, she looked modestly concerned.
Yeah, a little perturbed.
A little perturbed.
She's no Cherry. Let's.
She maybe flirted with Foggy for a hot minute. It was a little weird.
There was some
for one scene before his death.
Are they gonna bring back the chick from the other firm? They should bring her back.
Oh,
Foggy's girlfriend. What's her name?
They're not. They're not bringing her back.
They're not bringing her back.
Oh,
there's no way.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
that was like season 2 of Daredevil.
She died on the way back.
No, she was in season 3.
Whatever.
She was.
Either way.
She's actually in season 3 more than any other season.
She and Foggy are in a committed relationship.
I know. She died on the way back to her home planet.
Yeah, Cherry got her.
Cherry got her? Did you just say that? Dude,
Cherry fucking gagged her.
No, here's the post-credit scene. Cherry's driving and he's listening to Cherry Bomb, and then it cuts to her walking. It cuts to her walking, and then he hits her, and her body flies across the pavement, ragdoll. And then Cherry goes, "Ooh!"
And Foggy watches it happen right in front of him.
Drives away.
Wait, this is the cool post-credit. This is the cool post-credit scene of Daredevil Born Again. We find out. We see Bullseye. It's a flashback. Bullseye's putting on his suit for the first time, and he goes, "Are you sure this is gonna work?" And he turns, and it's Cherry, and he goes, "I know it's gonna work."
And Cherry's got the Bullseye tattoo on his bald ass head.
He's been using makeup to cover it up the entire time.
I want to be Matt's best friend that argues with him. That's my role.
Matt punches Cherry at one point, and then the makeup wipes off, and he goes.
He looks at his fist and there's a bunch of skin tone makeup, and he looks up and then he sees the scar.
I just said Matt looks at him like he can't even do that.
Matt grabs him by the head and feels up his forehead.
He knows. It's Bullseye. It's like, I can feel the pain, you fucker. You betrayed me. Cherry's a bastard.
No, Cherry's role is to go, "I don't like this, Matt," and that's
literally that's it. She's just, "Matt, I don't trust this. You and I are
don't
really
like
close
this,
friends.
Matt."
I've known you for a while."
Everything we just came up with would be a better story for him.
Absolutely. Cherry Born Again can come out.
God.
Why is that not one of those popular Marvel characters now?
That is a fucking
because they're not doing anything with him. They're not geniuses like us.
And I write "Born Again" underneath and tattoo or put the fucking
Sharpie the bullseye on his forehead.
Yeah, that's good. There's an epic character poster for him where he's in red lighting going. Oh
my god.
Anyways,
Muse still got his dad goatee the whole time.
Yeah,
Muse dies.
Gets fucking shot. Heather's in the hospital. That's pretty much it.
Oh,
no. Heather says, "He said my name."
Oh yeah, about Daredevil.
He knew my name.
Yeah.
So she knows he might be Daredevil, or maybe she'll find out.
Or maybe
it was it was a Spider-Man 1 little like kiss moment where MJ feels the kiss and is like,
It was like a cool fucking Daredevil season 2 moment where Frank recognizes.
Yeah, but not as cool because
No.
yeah, but not as subtle.
It's not subtle. It's not subtle or interesting. It's just her going.
And the character is not as attractive as Frank Castle.
That's for sure. And he said, "I liked it." I will say, there's a very underrated scene in this entire episode. It's the final scene. I fucking love that scene. Your boy proved his worth. He kind of came in clutch here. The British man, whose name I don't remember.
Oh, yes. That was a great scene.
Yeah.
It's Buck.
He fucking...
His name's Buck.
Buck came in clutch. He's like, I love... They're talking earlier in the episode. He's like, I dragged you out of your previous life. I know.
Yeah, he implied that Buck was some sort of criminal. Which is kind of interesting. They're really fully committing to the Buck is the new
Wesley. You know what?
Wesley.
I'm easing up to it. I like Buck. I can get down with Buck.
There's also a new Wesley in season 3 of Daredevil. He's one of the he's a lawyer. He's the lawyer guy that argues on behalf of Fisk. So he's also
I don't even remember that.
No, this is our third Wesley.
This one's cooler though. He's got a fucking silencer on his pistol. He shoots a bitch.
Well, and Vanessa sets up that guy, which is cool.
Yeah,
like
sends
that.
him in. Also, I was like, why are you eating alone? What are you doing?
Is that the implication? Is that the implication?
By the way, if you walk into a room and Wilson Fisk is sitting eating with his little fucking asparagus, whatever, alone, his meal, and classical music is playing, you get the fuck out of there. You get the fuck out of there.
I was watching that. I was watching that and I was like, so for one, Kingpin doesn't have any security around, what? And then for two, the mayor, they don't have any security on the mayor, and then you pew pew, and then like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that is the most dubious. I cannot believe he thought.
Yeah, right?
Dumb motherfucker.
Coming to Vanessa and being like,
that could have been a fucking stuffed suit with a fake head on it, and he would have fallen for it just as well.
Oh yeah, he's not the smartest guy. Well, we now know that plot line didn't matter. Probably the end of it.
Dead.
Yeah. They set up that whole plot line.
It was a cool bank episode.
It was our cool Vanessa epic betrayal plot.
I do. I think
loyal.
it's more. I think it's more meant to represent that Fisk is committing to doing the crime life again with Vanessa, and that they're like unified once again. I think that's the idea, but it probably could have been a bit clearer, But I think that's the notion, because they're kind of like not sure they're on the same page, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do crime," and then I think that was him being like, "Nah,
this is the confirmation."
Yeah.
They're going to be partners.
Yeah, it's interesting. I surface level read it more as like, oh, Vanessa saw an opportunity, and she's like, maybe if it works, it works.
Yeah, I just think for Fisk's character arc, they're kind of trying to, because also Matt has committed to being Daredevil again. Fisk now has like, I'm Wilson Fisk.
Well, that too.
That man killed.
That too, and also he's alone. Like, you can go get him. Like, she would know if someone was with,
Yes.
But doesn't Fisk say something like, "Come, go get Vanessa"?
No, he says like, ask Vanessa if she wants me to bring her back some food. Like, that's what he says.
Okay. I don't remember that either. Yeah. Now that I remember, I don't remember that.
No, that's what he says. That's literally what he said. He doesn't say some food. He says a dish.
Okay.
I do think it's funny. I've been seeing a lot of people online going, "I can't believe Vanessa betrayed Fisk, and then he had to defend himself." And it's like, dude, you
first of all
are not the smartest ball.
First of all, he didn't defend himself.
Yeah, he says. He says, "Could you call Vanessa and ask her if she'd like me to bring her home some Sol Munier?"
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I thought he said bring her home soon. I thought that's what they were talking about. Okay. Gotcha.
Either way, people think that Vanessa betrayed Fisk and they're dumb.
That's silly because that's definitely not.
It's literally what I just said that I thought at first. So
Yeah.
you're calling me dumb.
That's part of the problem.
No, I mean after they watched the episode, like they left thinking.
He also thought that.
Yeah,
He just admitted
that was
to
my
that.
assumption up until just now.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tyler, they're
I
our
thought,
team.
yeah, no, I thought like she sent him to try to kill him, and then they were gonna like talk about it next episode and be like, "Vanessa,
It was
I
a
can't believe you
setup.
betrayed me."
Tyler, it was a setup.
Vanessa, you bitch! I can't
It
believe
was a trap, Tyler.
Well, okay, no, I do get it. You know, I understand more than anyone, because I'm the master of falling for things like that.
It was not clear.
It
It's,
was.
I guess.
That's just like. Kind of was there.
When he walked into that diner and Fisk was waiting for him with no one in there, I was like, "Oh, this is a trap." That was my immediate thought.
I just
But-
thought it was weird. I was like, "Why are you alone?" This is weird.
It's like an avant-garde thing to do.
The clues were right there, Ty. I guess he's just alone.
I literally
no.
said that earlier.
Oh my God.
No, I liked the. Well, first of all, I keep waiting for the violent scene, which I keep thinking is with Fisk. I don't think it is, but I keep thinking it's going to be with him. So I kept thinking he was going to turn around and just like turn him to meat.
I swear
or something.
it might honestly be if it doesn't happen in the next 2 episodes, it might just be the practical effect of slitting Vanessa or Heather's wrist. It might be what they're talking about.
I don't think so. If that's what Vincent D'Onofrio
I thought about that too, Ty. I was like, is that it? Is that going to be our gross
better
thing?
not be.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
Vincent
see.
D'Onofrio just
like,
has like a weird like.
I could see
ugh.
Disney being like, "That's so fucked up. People cut their wrists and hurt themselves. That's messed up, man. I can't believe you're doing this."
The video show writer be like, "That's fucked up," and then like,
Yeah. My cat is looking at me with like such disappointment right now. It is insane.
yeah, because he's not Cherry. He's
cat's
not
snoozing.
goated. My
Yeah, your
dog.
cat's
My cat's
snoozing.
dead.
My cat's giving me stink eye.
Jesus Christ, Brayden, what the fuck?
My dog is sleeping.
Did you hear him, Thatch?
What?
He said, "My cat's dead."
Brayden.
It's fucked
We're
up.
going off the rails.
I'm coping. I'm coping.
That's not coping.
I'm mourning. Deal with it. Cherry would know what
Wasn't
to
that
say
like
right
2
now.
years ago, bro?
It was literally this year, you fool.
I'm sorry.
It was in January, you damn fool.
Jesus. Wow.
Oh,
All
Brayden,
right.
I'm sorry.
We should
Cherry?
wrap.
Cherry,
Zool.
play us out, please. All right?
My ghost busting days are long gone, my friend.
What am I can't do anything with that.
Yeah, you better figure it out.
I can't do anything with that. Come up with something better.
He's gonna play a
Cherry?
super good of Cherry going, I don't like this, Matt.
Cherry?
It's just Cherry just Brayden. Cherry cut us out, and then Cherry stink face like.
That's all I want. I
That's
just
it.
the most anything. It could be anything. It could be him
That's
just
so
staring
lame.
at a wall.
That's so lame.
Cherry,
Anyone
Cherry stink
listening,
face.
because this is a podcast and not watching, won't get it.
A
Cherry?
podcast.
Cherry, fuck off.